So guys, what if Pervy Ino found a powerful savior in Naruto movie? It was a normal day in Konoha. The civilians were walking and shopping, ninjas getting missions, and the Sandame cursing at his paperwork. A small 5-year-old boy was walking down the street dragging his feet with nothing to do but walk around and play pranks on the villagers and ninja. He was hated for his curse, a curse that he had no control over, a curse that plagued his life just for existing, for he was the vessel of the nine-tailed fox, Kyuubi, the king of demons. Naruto was walking with no destination, immune from all the glares and insults. He just brushed them off and kept on walking wearing his mask of happiness. October 10th. Naruto always hated this day, for he was chased and beaten on this day like no other throughout the year, for this day was his birthday, the day he turned 6, also the so-called death of the Kyuubi. He was running away from a mob that was chasing him that didn't consist of just villagers but also ninja. There was Chunin and Genin that were chasing him. For a 6-year-old, Naruto was fast at escaping and hiding. He was chased into an alley that was a dead end. Naruto cursed under his breath. "What's the matter, demon? It's time you die. You will never wreak havoc again," a Chunin yelled. Some of the ninja threw shuriken and kunai. Naruto dodged as many as he could but was still hit with some in his left arm and legs. The ninja just laughed and then left to leave the villagers to take the blame and beat the boy. For everyone, ninja and civilian, knew that the boy was loved by the Sandame. Naruto thought he was going to die. Naruto was beaten to almost death while the villagers just laughed and continued to throw stuff. Naruto passes out. In Naruto's head, he approaches a large cage with seal on it. "Kid, you are too weak to survive anymore in this village. Who are you and why should I listen to you? I am the demon lord Kyuubi. As you can see, I am sealed into your body by that cursed Yondaime, the second most hated human by myself. He should rot in the body of the Shinigami in pain." The Yondaime was a hero for doing this. He protected the village with his life, unlike you, you damn fox. Watch your tongue, brat. As a giant red claw shot out almost to get Naruto, but he jumped back in time. "I care for my kind, especially my pack. That is the reason I attacked your pathetic village. I was looking for that snake bastard Orochimaru. He killed my pack including my mate and kits as an experiment. I attacked in a rage when I found them dead. That damned Yondaime, even though he was the second most powerful human I have ever met, and for that I respect him, but I still hate him for sealing me. So you're telling me that you attacked our village because of some guy named Orochimaru, then got sealed by a guy who you hate but respect at the same time?" "Correct. But you also mention a human who you feared more. Who is that?" "Because I thought the Yondaime is the most powerful." "No, he is second. The other man is a warrior, a holy warrior who fights for those in need most. He is also the guardian of Earth itself, but he fought against the Hachibi 8-tailed snake demon, and killed him. Although he suffered a fatal wound, he then sealed his power away in exchange for his life. Right now he is only at 1/25 of his power." "Wow, where can I find him?" "Fool, he is the strongest of the humans." "Well, was the strongest, although I don't know how strong he is now, but he only appears when he wants to protect the needy." "So basically you have no clue." "I hate you, Kit." Naruto has a long laugh at this. "But for now you need to leave this village, to survive." "How? I am getting killed out." Chakra then burst through the seal and supercharged Naruto. Naruto stood as all his wounds quickly healed and the shuriken and kunai fell out. Naruto then turned to run as the chakra stopped. Quick, kill him before the Kyuubi escapes. The chase was on again as Naruto turned to run towards the walls of Konoha. The ninja returned after hearing the shouts of the villagers. "Hey, he survived. Must be the blasted fox," shouted a genin. "Don't worry, he'll die this time," as more shuriken and kunai were thrown at him. Only one hit this time as he continued to run away. "That's it. Fire release. Great fireball," yelled 3 Chunin. Naruto was hit with another kunai to the leg, causing him to fall, and he turned back to look at his fate as 3 fireballs flew at him. "Status field," yelled a man who jumped in front of Naruto as a shield of flowing lightning emerged from around the figure, stopping all movement and canceling all of the fireballs. "Chain lightning," yelled the man as a lightning bolt shot from the man into all of the villagers and ninja, knocking them all out. The man then turned to Naruto. "Don't worry, boy, I am here to help," as he removed the weapons from him and bandaged Naruto up. After he was done, he stood up and Naruto got a good look at him. He was a man in his early 30s, about 5'10", with shoulder-length white hair that seemed to glow, and white armor that covered his body except for his hands and head. On his back were 3 swords, one standing straight up behind his head, and 2 others out to the side, just coming above his shoulders. On his chest plate was a dragon in flight with a lightning storm behind it. But what scared Naruto the most was his eyes. They were dark blue pupils with a light yellow cross shape around them. "Who are you, mister?" The man smiled a little and said, "I am the White Storm, the Earth Shadow." Naruto then realized he was talking to the one Kyuubi told him about. Naruto then passed out. The Sandaime and a squad of Anbu then appeared. "What is going on here?" came the voice of the Sandaime. "Ah, Sarutobi, it has been over 5 years, has it not? Who are you and why have you attacked the villagers?" said an Anbu. The man then appeared in front of the Anbu that talked with a shining white sword. At his throat, "It's best you hold your tongue, when you are not being talked to." Sandaime had a look of shock on his face as he realized who this man was. The Sandaime then bowed and said, "Geikage-sama, Earth Shadow, I am sorry for his interruption, I did not realize who you were." The man chuckled as he sheathed his sword and walked to Sandaime and bowed. "No problems at all, Sarutobi, just haven't had much action lately, and wanted to show this Anbu that there are still others who are stronger than he." The Sandaime smiled, "Well, what has happened to bless us with your presence?" "I was going by Konoha when I felt Kyuubi's chakra, so I decided to stop by." He then finished the story of his arrival. Hokage's tower. In the room were Sandaime, the White Storm and Naruto. Naruto awoke and the White Storm turned and said, "Ah, Naruto, how are you feeling?" "I feel fine, but what happened?" "You passed out," chuckled Sandaime. "Naruto, this man has chosen you to be his next successor." Silence passed the room as Naruto thought about it. No, the Sandaime had a look of surprise on his face. "I won't do it, because I want to protect this village as my hero the Yondaime did." The man smiled and said, "You can still protect this village by becoming Hokage, but you must protect others as well." Naruto then said, "So I can become Hokage but have to do other stuff?" "Yep. Yes," Naruto screamed as he jumped around the room. "Okay, then go get packed, for you will be leaving the village with him," Sarutobi said. Naruto stopped his jumping and said, "What? I don't want to leave. You said I could go to the academy this year, Gramps." Sandaime sighed, "Yes, but he will have you back for the last 6 months of your final year to make friends, because you will have learned just as much if not more by that time." "Fine," Naruto said as he left to go pack. Sandaime then turned to the man. "So 6 months before the year's end, 6 years from now." "Of course, Sarutobi, he will have grown much by that time." Sarutobi took a puff of his pipe. "So he will be my successor as yours?" "Yes, as the son of Yondaime, he has great potential, more than his father, and add that to the Kyuubi, who I will tame to help Naruto, and he will no doubt surpass any human that has ever lived." "That is great news, but will you pass on your swords as well?" "Yes, I am also going to teach him how to make his own sword, stronger than mine," he said with a smile. Sarutobi dropped his pipe. "How can that be? You carry the swords of heaven, earth and hell. Surely no sword is stronger than the sword of heaven." "Sarutobi, my friend, the sword of heaven was made by myself using my spirit. I am a holy fighter, meaning it took on those properties." Sarutobi picked up his pipe as he realized the reason. When he makes his, it will take his potential plus that of the Kyuubi, if he is willing to give it. Am I correct?" "You aren't the professor for jutsu alone," he said as they shared a laugh. "I best be going. Naruto should be done now, and remember, he will return stronger than most Junin, but he will be given the same seals as me to repress his power." He walked to the door and stopped to turn around. "Sarutobi, after the battle with Hachibi I lost more than half of my power. At my 24th level 1 of cage power. But my 25th level is a one-time shot. It will take my life if I use it, and the Akatsuki will start in a few years. Be warned, they are mostly just under cage level, so be prepared." And with that he disappeared. Naruto walked out of his house and was greeted by the man from earlier. As they were walking together to the gate, "Hey, what should I call you, because White Storm is took long? What's your real name?" My real name is Robert, but just call me Sensei, okay?" "Gotcha. So where are we going?" "We are going to my personal training area. It is hidden among the Himalayas." "Lanes. Yes, it is in a land far away. It is secret and secluded, and perfect for training." And with that the two were far enough from the village for Robert stopped and turned to Naruto. "Come here, boy. Naruto walked to the man and he put his hand on narrator's shoulder. He did a hand seal and said lightning transport, and a bolt of lightning shot down and struck both of them, and when it receded they were gone. Somewhere deep in the Himalayas. It has been a week since the pair of Naruto and his sensei, Robert, arrived at his hidden training area. During this time he showed Naruto around and taught him how to survive when he is alone, for he would be leaving at times to get food and supplies, thus leaving Naruto alone. It was the 8th day they had been there and Robert wanted to tell Naruto why he was chosen. Naruto was gathering wood in the back when Robert walked out of the house. Naruto, come here, boy. When are you going to stop calling me that? When you are no longer a boy, Arg, well, what do you want? It is time I told you of your past. First we are going to have visit with your furry friend. How are we going to do that? I don't know how to see him. I am going to enter your mind with you. Now stay still, mind link. In Naruto's head, Robert and Naruto were inside his head in front of Kyuubi's cage. What do you want now, Kit? I was having a good sleep. Hey Kyuubi, long time no see. Kyuubi had a look of respect on his face. To what do I owe the honor, Gaikage-sama? Cut the formalities, will ya? You were the only demon I respected. As that may be, I am still pissed about being here. You know I had nothing to do with that. Yes, but do you know what it's like not having freedom? No, my friend, I do not, but I do know a way for some freedom. How is that? Let Naruto sign your contract and he can summon you into a small form, letting you roam around with him. That is fine with me, but what is the catch? Lend Naruto your powers when needed, and help him train when I am absent. Fine, but I am still the Lord of Foxes, and as such I will be summoned for a fight. No problem, but I am willing to let Naruto summon the heavenly dragons as well. Since you are the master of foxes, I must have your approval, as Ragnarok has already approved. Certainly. And with a burst of chakra a scroll appeared in Kyuubi's cage. He rolled it to Naruto. Hey Kit, sign your name and handprint in blood. And so Naruto signed the scroll and it disappeared. When you get back to the real world, and my friend here teaches you to summon me while saying Kyuubi, using a little bit of your chakra. Got it now, scram. Back in the real world. Okay, so what do I do, sensei? Naruto said with an eager look. Here are the hand seals, now only use a little bit of chakra, and say summoning, Kyuubi. Gotcha. Summoning jutsu. Kyuubi. In a puff of smoke a small two-tailed fox appeared the size of a medium dog. Damn it, this is humiliating. I am the king of demons, yet now I feel like a cat. Do not worry, my friend, you will be in your true form when he summons you as the boss. Good point. Now don't you need to summon Ragnarok? Yes, I didn't forget summoning jutsu. A large cloud of smoke appeared and then a four-winged western dragon that was as large as a mountain top came out. Also, this must be the human you were talking about. He doesn't look much now, but I suppose he will become strong, said Ragnarok in a booming voice. Of course he will. I will also be training him, you bum, yipped Kyuubi. Ah, Kyuubi, is that you? I did not see you down there. Okay, enough of the arguing. Do you have the scroll, Ragnarok? I do, but he must be paired with a dragon as a partner. I take it you have someone in mind. Yes, my son Draco was born on the 3rd of October, the same year as little Naruto. I am not little, damn it. Yes you are. Now here, sign this contract the same way and summon again, but this time think of a dragon instead of a fox. Okay. Summoning jutsu. This time a cloud of smoke the same size as Naruto appeared and out came another dragon. He was a black western dragon, the same size as Naruto with only 2 wings that were maroon red. Hey Pops, what's up, and is this the guy who is going to be my partner? Yes son, he is. His name is Naruto. He doesn't look like much. What, you flying bug, you're just as small as me. Then the two began a wrestling match. Draco, stop. You as well, Naruto. They both looked up and stopped. You two are the next great warriors of our species, so you will get along and make perfect your teamwork. Also Kyuubi will be training you, so you two better get better. Draco, you are free to roam this realm as well as the demon realm. Go it. Yay Pops. I shall see you in a few years, Naruto. Draco, behave, and good luck Kyuubi. Farewell Robert, and as he finished he disappeared. I am going to take a long nap after I hunt. You got this part of the training, Robert. Okay, listen up you two, the next 5 years are going to be tough, so pay attention. Yes. So for the next 5 years they were trained by Robert and Kyuubi, as well as Ragnarok, giving Draco some scrolls to learn. They had both learned water walking as well as tree climbing. Naruto had learned the basic academy jutsu as well as Kage Bunshin and some of Robert's techniques, including the status field, chain lightning, lightning dragon, and the basics of Robert's lightning step technique. Draco learned the Kage Bunshin, chain lightning, earth shield, earth dragon shot, and razor winds. Naruto was the same size as the anime. Draco had grown to where he is 7 feet tall in his true form, but likes his smaller form, size of a medium dog, because it is deceiving. They are both wearing 200 pounds of weights, and they each have one repression seal that seals their powers away. They are both Chunin level, but with the repression seal only Genin. Kyuubi had taught them some fire jutsu as well as their intelligence and strategy. Draco, Naruto, come here. Coming sensei, they chorused. Now we are going to be making your personal swords. You have good teamwork, and are stronger than most genin already. These will be your strongest weapons. He then gave them a substance called gundanium. This metal will become the sword that is best suited for you. This is mine, as he revealed to them for the first time the sword behind his head. It was a 4-foot-long sword whose blade was a shining white. The blade itself had red flame that danced around it. This, boys, is the sword of heaven. This can cut almost anything, and the best is no one can use it except me. Okay, so what you are going to do is grab half of the metal and then cut your hand and spill some of your blood into it, and then throw it in the fire here. They both did and threw the swords in, and waited for an hour. After they were done, Robert returned with the swords wrapped in dark blue cloth. Draco's was a 7-foot blade with a foot-long handle. The blade was brown and 8 inches thick, that had a small blade from each flat surface of the blade in the middle of the main blade. There was also a circle in the center that was cut out with a handle through it. Naruto's was a 4-foot blade with a foot-long handle. The blade was 4 inches wide that shone a deep blood red, from Kyuubi's influence. Whoaaa. Awesome. After Robert handed them the blades, he began to explain them. Naruto, yours has the power to control fire and speed. Draco, yours is meant for Naruto to be able to hold onto your blade while you swing, allowing you two to come up with some good combo attacks. It also is unbreakable. Use them well. And Draco, yours can be summoned through a blood summoning, when you are in your small form. Okay. Now get to work. In 6 months we return to Konoha. Yes, sensei. 6 months later, 2 humans were traveling to Konoha while a dragon was perched on the shorter one's shoulders. They were each wearing a gray cloak. Naruto now wore black pants and shirt with white shin guards and arm guards, and his sword was on his back. Draco and Naruto both wore the dragon and lightning storm symbol on their chests. As they got to the gates, the 2 Chunin asked for their papers. We are here to see the Hokage as per his orders, replied Naruto. Fine, but you will be escorted there by an Anbu. As an Anbu, jump down, follow me please. As they walked to the Hokage tower, Naruto and Draco were taking in all the sights while Robert walked silently. Sakura and Ino were walking to the academy when they spotted the 3. Naruto and Draco smiled as they passed. Sakura and Ino blushed while Ino said, man, he is a cutie, and is that a real dragon? Let's follow them. As she grabbed Sakura and pulled her along. Ino, what are you talking about? Sasuke is hotter. Sakura, come on, we are going anyway. If he doesn't have a boyfriend, I'll take him, and you can take Sasuke. Really? Yay. He hasn't changed the whole time I have known him, and nothing I have done impresses him, so he's all yours. As Naruto and Draco entered the tower with Robert, Sakura and Ino were stuck outside to wait. The Hokage was sitting doing paperwork with a few clones when they walked in. Ah, I see you have returned. How are you, Naruto? I am good. Right now I am about Genin level, Chunin with the repression seals off. How many are you wearing now? Naruto has 2, and this is Draco, son of Ragnarok. He wears 2 also. They are very skilled and will become strong. Sarutobi smiled. So are they ready for the academy? Of course we are, Gramps, they both shouted again. Well then, here are your papers, kids. Go ahead down to the academy and give them to a man named Iruka. He will be your teacher. You better hurry, class starts in a few minutes, said the Sandame. Naruto, Draco, remember, hide your powers and don't take off the seals or weights unless it's an emergency. Yes, sensei. Gotcha. They both ran out the door only to come right back in. Which way to the academy? Out the door and to the left. It has a red roof, said the Sandame. Naruto ran down the stairs while Draco was on his shoulder with his tail wrapped around Naruto's back. They exited the door and turned left and started running. Come on Ino, we are going to be late to class, we will have to find them later, whined Sakura. Okay, let's go. Wait, here he comes. As Naruto was running with Draco on his back, Naruto stopped before he ran into them. Hi. My name is Naruto Uzumaki and this is my companion Draco. Is that a real dragon? Ino and Sakura stuttered. No, I am a fluffy kitty, what do you think? Draco said with sarcasm. What, it talks too? They both screamed. Yay, but we are going to the academy, because we have been out of town, so if you'll. Of course, me and Sakura are going there too, you can come with us, Ino said in a commanding voice while she grabbed Naruto and Sakura's hands and dragged them to class. Ino and Sakura went in first because Naruto couldn't find the papers. After he found them he walked in. Are you Iruka? Yes, you must be the new student. Student, said Draco in a lazy tone. Whoa, that thing talks, screamed Iruka and the rest of the class. Yes, I talk now, everyone stop gawking at me, Draco yelled while Naruto just laughed. Naruto looked around and saw Kiba, Shino, Hinata, Shikamaru, Choji, Sasuke, Sakura and Ino who was waving. No one else looked important to him. You'll have to excuse him, Iruka-sensei. He gets angered very easily, but he is mostly just the bark and no bite. Okay, Naruto, you and Draco can sit in the middle next to Sasuke. Sensei. As Naruto walked up and sat down next to him. Hey, I am Naruto, as he extended his hand to the Uchiha. Sasuke just looked at him while keeping his hands on his chin. Shut up. Okay, this guy has a stick up his ass, Naruto whispered to Draco. They both snickered while Iruka began his lesson. Today class we are going to be learning about the Hokages. Now who can tell me who was known for his ability to manipulate wood? Sakura and Hinata raised their hands, but Iruka ignored them and decided to test Naruto. Naruto, do you know the answer? Yes, sensei, it was the Showdown who was known for his wood manipulation and being the founder of Konoha, replied Naruto in a lazy tone. The rest of the day went by with the lesson. Hokage's Tower. After Naruto and Draco had left, Robert turned to Sandaime. Sarutobi, I want to introduce you to one of my friends as well as one of Naruto's and Draco's. Meet Kyuubi. As Kyuubi stepped out from the shadows in his two-tailed form. Hey Sarutobi. Sandaime had mild surprise look on his face but kept his composure. I take it you have been set free in this form, but can still be summoned in your true form. I hate humans that know so much, but yes, you are correct. I can be summoned in the same form I attacked the village in, but for now I am very small. I can also shapeshift to a human form. I must go check on the rest of the world, and Kyuubi will be staying here. Is it alright if he helps around here? He has chosen to become a guardian of Konoha, in exchange for the freedom he received. I see nothing wrong with that. Would you like a headband, Kyuubi? I suppose, Sarutobi, it will help gain the trust of the village. I must be going, excuse me, lightning transport, and with that Robert was gone. So anything I can do to help? Yes, I have been in need of a powerful ally, for the enemy has been getting stronger and no matter what I do it never stops coming back. Yes, let us meet this enemy in full force, Sarutobi. We shall destroy them once and for all, Kyuubi said in an excited voice. Well, where are they? Right here. Where? Paperwork. No, after class at the academy. Ino walked up to Naruto as he was leaving with Draco. Naruto, where are you going? Me and Draco are going to find some ramen, we love the stuff. No, anywhere good. As a matter of fact I do, but I'll only tell you if I eat with you, Ino said with a pleasing look. Sure, let's g. Enough, I am hungry, can we please go, Draco whined. Okay, let's get going then. Ino grabbed Naruto's hand and took off with him. Draco was forced to fly alongside them. 5 minutes later. Here we are, Ichiraku Ramen. I come here with my other friends Chugi and Shikamaru. Our dads are teammates so we always see each other. Who cares? I am hungry, whined Draco. Ino got frustrated and tried not to snap, but it didn't work. Damn it, shut up, Draco. Hold your horses, damn it. As she punched him into a wall. After she calmed down and Naruto retrieved Draco, they sat down and had some ramen together. Naruto ate 15 bowls, Draco had 12 and Ino had 2. How can you two eat so much? I am no expert or doctor here, but we were hungry. Ino got up to punch Draco again, but Naruto jumped up and grabbed Ino around the waist and dragged her away after paying the bill and thanking old man Ichiraku for the food. After a minute of Ino struggling to get away, she realized that Naruto was carrying her and blushed. Naruto, you can put me down now. Are you going to go crazy anymore? Draco asked from beside Naruto. Yes, but no more snapping. Fine, it's settled, no more fighting, you two, screamed Naruto. Okay, hey, where do you guys live? Draco and Naruto just paled. I forgot to ask Gramps. Who is Gramps and why would you have to ask him? The Hokage and we have been away for a couple of years. Oh, well, let's go ask him, Ino said as she grabbed Naruto's hand and took off towards the Hokage Tower. 10 minutes later, Hokage Tower. Ino opened the door to see a white blur and red blur dashing around the room with papers flying all around. Take that, you bastards. To hell with you. Draco and Naruto looked at each other. Gramps, Kyuubi, you guys done killing the paperwork? Sarutobi and Kyuubi looked at the kids and quickly settled into a noble position. Sarutobi was behind his desk with his pipe and Kyuubi was sitting on the corner of the desk. Draco couldn't help but ask, so you defeated the evil paperwork? Naruto. Ino and Draco burst out laughing and a kunai appeared in front of each of them, which shut them right up. The three quickly chorused sorry. Gramps, where? Naruto was smacked over the head. Do you know who you are talking to, Naruto? Ino demanded with a raised fist. It is all right, Ino. Naruto and Draco have always called me that. They seem to lack a sense of respect. Sandaime said with a smile. Okay, sorry for the interruption then, Hokage-sama, Ino said as she bowed quickly. Well, what I was trying to say before I was bashed over the head, where are me and Draco supposed to live? And I am sure Kyuubi doesn't want to camp outside, asked Naruto. Ah, I forgot. Here are the keys to your father's house, Sandaime said while he threw Naruto a set of keys. The house is up on the plateau above the Hokage monument, go check it out. The three turned to leave when Sandaime and Kyuubi appeared in front of them on his knees. I beg you three, do not tell anyone of our battle with the paperwork, please, begged the two elders. No problem, but now we have blackmail, Ino said with a smile. Sandaime quickly stood and composed himself. You should be on your way now. There is a path on the side of the Hokage monument that leads to it. Naruto. Ino and Draco left the office and as soon as they did, Sarutobi quickly began to flash around the room again. 20 minutes later, in front of the Kazama estate. Wow, it's huge, Naruto, Ino exclaimed. It was a large mansion with a clearing in the back and forest on all sides except for the path leading to the house. It had a large balcony on the third floor that could easily fit 20 people. All around the outside of the house were flowers of every kind. There was training posts in the back as well as a large hot spring on the edge of the clearing. Ino passed out and Draco snickered before flying inside. Naruto just sighed and grabbed Ino bridal style and carried her into the mansion. Ino woke to see Naruto carrying her and blushed. She just laid her head back on Naruto's chest and went to sleep. She felt safe in his arms. After a couple minutes of walking, Naruto tried to set Ino down on the couch but she would not let go and pulled Naruto down on top of her. Ino woke from Naruto's gentle shaking of her arm. She awoke to see Naruto's face a few inches from hers. She blushed and released him. Sorry about that, Naruto. No problem, Ino. I couldn't leave you outside. Now you want to explore the house. Of course, let's go, as she grabbed Naruto's hand and ran out of the room. 5 minutes later, Naruto and Ino had explored the whole house and Naruto claimed the bedroom by the balcony as his, while Draco claimed one with a large window for him to come and go from. Ino ran ahead of Naruto and found a door with the Uzumaki spiral on it. Hey Naruto, what's this? I can't get it open. Naruto looked at the door for a minute before he realized what it was. This is a blood seal that can only be opened by an Uzumaki. Cool. Well, open it, Ino said in an excited tone. Naruto then cut his hand and placed it on the door. The door glowed a yellow light before splitting vertically and sliding into the walls. It revealed a dark staircase that headed down. They continued down with Naruto in the lead and Ino was scared, so she grabbed onto Naruto's back and wrapped her arms and legs around him, not letting go. Naruto blushed and continued down. Boo. Ino screamed and held Naruto tighter. Naruto turned around and set Ino down on the stairs and calmed Ino down as Draco came out of the shadows laughing. Naruto bonked Draco over the head while Ino glared daggers but was held back by Naruto. They continued the rest of the way down. When they got the end there was a door with a seal on it. Naruto tried the blood seal again and the door opened, but when he tried to enter a barrier prevented him from proceeding any farther. A voice came from nowhere saying, "Young Kazama, you and the dragon may enter, but the female is not strong enough yet. This is your mission in order to enter the time chamber. You must teach this girl to become stronger and then you may enter. Now leave and do not return until you think she is strong enough." Then a white light engulfed the trio and they were transported back to the living room. Ino started to apologize but Naruto cut her off. "Hey, don't worry about it, Ino. You will get stronger and we will become better friends. I have seen enough for now." Ino smiled and then hugged Naruto. "Thank you, Naruto." The weeks went by and Naruto, Draco and Ino all were training together in Naruto's backyard. Naruto had moved on to 350 pounds of weights and Draco was at 300 pounds. Ino was at 100 pounds. Ino had a water affinity, so they taught her the water clone, water dragon, and water bullet. Draco had mastered his earth defenses to where he doesn't need to say the name of them or do hand seals, but that is only for his earth wall and earth dome. His offensive attacks he still needed to say and make hand seals. Naruto worked on his ability with clones. He found a scroll in his room that was left by his father. On it were all the types of clones and how to master them. So far he had learned shadow clone, regular clone, water clone, earth clone, and lightning clone. He had also mastered them to where he doesn't need to say the names or hand seals, thus making him very effective at deception and overwhelming power. Naruto now wore 4 repression seals, meaning he is 4/25ths of Robert's power at his max. Robert still hasn't returned from his trip, so Kyuubi was overlooking their training, until he got bored and went to hunt, so they were left alone for training. At the academy Naruto and Ino had become good friends, doing lots of stuff together along with Draco, going to eat, walking through the park, and best of all playing pranks on the villagers and ninja. Last week they painted rainbows and smiley faces on all of the Anbu masks. They had to wait a week before new ones were made. Even the Sandaime had laughed at them. All the villagers still saw him as a demon, and tried to attack him anytime he was alone, but Naruto just flashed out of there. It was now a week before the graduation exam at the academy and Naruto decided it was time to try and get back into the door in the basement. The trio was returning from a walk in the park. "So do you guys really think I am strong enough now?" "Yes, you are the second strongest genin. You can even beat Sasuke, even though we don't show our true strength. You two know I hate the Uchiha kid, right?" "Yes, Draco, you want to rip him apart after breaking all his limbs," Naruto said in an annoyed voice. "I can't help it, I hate him so much. He is such a stuck-up bastard." "Yes, we know, that is why I chose Naruto over him." Ino kept walking while Naruto stopped, frozen in his tracks from what Ino said. Draco fell from the air holding his sides in laughter. After Ino realized she was walking by herself, she noticed what she had just said. "Naruto, I am sorry, I didn't mean to say it, it just slipped out. Naruto gave Ino a hug and she stopped talking and returned the hug. "So you're not mad at me?" Ino asked with teary eyes. "Why would I be mad at the girl I love?" Naruto replied with a smirk. Ino playfully smacked him on the head before leaning in and kissing him. They stayed like this for a minute before Draco shot an earth wall between them. "Are you guys done yet? I mean, I know you two can't wait to get alone, but we were kind of doing something that involved training and getting into the secret room." Naruto and Ino broke the kiss and held hands while they continued the walk to the house. Once they got there they went straight to the basement. Again Ino had glomped onto Naruto because of the darkness. Draco tried to hide in the darkness but Ino grabbed his tail before he could slip away. Almost had it. They arrived at the door with the Uzumaki spiral. Naruto cut his hand and undid the blood seal. The door spilled open again and they tried to enter but the barrier was still up. The voice boomed out again. "Ah, young Kazama, you have returned. I see you have returned, and not only have you and the dragon grown stronger but the female has increased her power 3-fold from last time. I believe you have completed the mission." Naruto and Draco gave each other a high five while Ino jumped around. Enough, the trio stopped immediately. "This room was built by your father Naruto. It is a chamber that alters the plane of time. By entering you will be able to train faster because time moves faster in here than in the normal world. So you were saying that this room is a powerful training area that defies time? Ino asked with a confused look. Yes, it is, the voice said in a normal voice. That's impossible, Ino yelled. No, it is not. Naruto's father was a master of seals. For example, he created one that could summon the death god himself. What this room does is it creates a gateway to the world that the summons reside in. Precisely the land of the frogs. Seeing as they were his summon, time in that plane moves much faster than ours. Have you ever wondered how they got so big? Oh, that makes sense on how Pops and Kyuubi got so big. Anyway, do you wish to enter? Naruto thought for a second before saying we would love to, but we have to be back in this world in a week for graduation. That is no problem. I will keep guard and come and get you in 6 days to leave you with a day of rest. How are you going to do that? You're just a voice. A figure in green armor stepped out from the room. Just because you cannot find me does not mean I am not there. My name is Jake and I am a true master of stealth. Whoa, you are good, Ino stated. Jake, one question, will the frogs attack us and stuff when we get there? Because I am not a summoner of them. They will not unless you attack them. They are the friendliest of the summons. You should be fine. Now get going. Oh wait, how much time will go by in here? I was wondering if any of you would ask that. Every day out here is equal to a month in there, but you should not stay for more than 12 days at a time, because your mind will not be able to handle the stress. Now go, Jake said as he pushed them through the door. The door slammed shut and re-sealed itself. Jake turned and sat in front of the door. In the plane of summons, Naruto, Draco and Ino had walked out into a forest with huge trees that stretched over 200 feet into the sky. The trees were so thick that it appears dim through the forest. Naruto, which way do we go? We find the boss of the frogs. And how are we going to do that? This place is huge, look. Suddenly Draco darted off into the forest, leaving Ino and Naruto alone. Ino found herself against Naruto's chest, holding him tightly with her eyes shut. Ino, are you alright? No, I hate the dark and now something got Draco. It's going to get us too. What got me? This little frog. As Draco dropped a small frog onto the ground in front of them. You damn dragon, you only got me because you can fly. Whoa, humans, how did you guys get here? My father created a seal that allowed us to come here. He was a summoner of frogs. Oh, you must be talking about the guy that Pops talked about, the one who died protecting his home. Yay, that was my father. Well then come on, Pops will know what to do. My name is Gamakichi. I'll be your guide for our journey today. Gamakichi then burst out laughing. Just come on, and he took off into the forest. 10 minutes later, large cave. Gamakichi hopped up onto a rock. Hey Pops, come here, I got someone for ya. A large rumbling was heard and then a giant frog a little smaller than Ragnarok appeared. Why are there humans here, Gamakichi? Gamabunta screamed. Gamakichi hid behind Naruto. I was playing in the forest when this dragon started chasing me and caught me only because he could fly. Then this blonde guy here started saying he used some kind of room with a seal to get here and that it was made by his dad. Lies. The only one who could get here was the Yondaime and his family, but sadly they have all passed away. Naruto jumped up closer to the frog and screamed back at him. The fourth was my father. You frog, why do you think I could get here? I see, you do resemble him, except for being short, but I was told that his family had died from the Kyuubi. Who told you that? Was it the Sandaime? No, it was the council. The Sandaime was taking care of Yondaime's funeral. Those bastards. I swear, when I become Hokage I am going to get rid of the council. So then you are his son. You have the same attitude as him. Gamabunta smiled and took a puff of his pipe. But why are you here, and how did this other girl get here and the dragon? These are my best friends, Ino, Yamanaka, and Draco. So you have a mind reader as a girlfriend and a dragon as a pet. How did that happen? Ino blushed and Draco erupted. What? I am not his pet, I am his partner. Want to fight about it? Gamabunta dropped his pipe in laughter. You are too small to even beat Gamakichi here. Why do you want to fight me? Because you insulted my partner and his girlfriend. This time Naruto and Ino looked at each other and then quickly looked away, blushing. Gamabunta laughed harder. Argfish, my dad could kick your ass, frog. Draco yelled from in front of Gamabunta. Oh yay boy, how strong is he? Naruto, please summon him to teach this frog a lesson. Draco said as he flew back to Naruto's side. Naruto quickly did the seals and bit his thumb, summoning jutsu. A large puff of smoke bigger than Gamabunta appeared, outstepped Ragnarok with a roar. Ah Gamabunta, what has my son done this time? Ragnarok, it has been a long time, he has done nothing but call me a frog, but this human here claims to be the son of Yondaime. He is Ragnarok replied with a smile. If that is so, how did he come around to be able to summon yourself? Gamabunta asked in a serious tone. He is indeed the son of the Yondaime, but he has also been chosen by Geikage-sama to be his successor. What? The Geikage chose this brat as his successor? Gamabunta screamed. Yes, he has. Naruto is not only the son of the Yondaime, but he also is the vessel for Kyuubi. I see, so he wants to train here. Yes. Well then they are under our protection while they are here. Thank you Gamabunta. I shall see you around. And Ragnarok disappeared in a cloud of smoke. As Gamabunta returned to his cave he said go train brats Gamakichi will be your guide. Thanks Gamabunta Naruto yelled. 3 months later, Gamabunta had called Naruto to his cave while the others were training. Naruto, you being the son of the Yondaime, are to inherit his techniques. He gave them to me for protection. They are now yours. Gamabunta gave Naruto 3 scrolls. One scroll contains his move Rasengan. This is a ball of wind that slices through anything. The second and third are trademark technique, the Flying Thunder God. That is what made him famous, but if you are being taught the White Storm's move, give the Flying Thunder God to your girlfriend. Why can't I learn both? Naruto asked. Because his is stronger than your father's by 10-fold, also they both take very long to learn, so you need spend your time on one only. Okay, I got it now. Thanks Gamabunta and Naruto left. He found Ino and Draco resting under a tree. Here Ino, this is for you and Draco, as he tossed her the FTG, Flying Thunder God, scrolls. Ino opened and read the title. What is it? I have never heard of it. Whoa Naruto, this is really for us. What is so special about this move? Ino asked, completely unaware of what she was holding. Ino, this is the move that made the Yondaime so powerful, and gave him the name Yellow Flash. Ino's jaw dropped, and she just stared at it. She got up and hugged Naruto. Thank you so much. Wait Naruto, how come you aren't learning it? I am learning a new one that is stronger from my sensei. 3 months later, Jake had come to get them from the other plane. And bring them back. Draco and Ino had just started to learn the basics and were now about 1/10 of learning the FTG. Naruto had worked on his swordsmanship, and learned 2 new attacks with Draco. Naruto and Draco were both wearing 350 pounds of weights and now Naruto wears 7 seals. Draco wears 5. Ino is at 200 pounds and no seals. Naruto had mastered the first dance of the White Storm. Naruto had mastered the Rasengan and was starting to add an element. You guys have graduation tomorrow, don't forget. Yay, we know. Now we are going to sleep. Sees you around Jake as the trio left to get some rest. If you ever need help with stealth and assassinations just ask, and Jake walked back into the portal as the door closed. Next day at Academy. Naruto, Ino, where have you been the last few days? Iruka asked. We were both sick Iruka-sensei, Ino replied. Okay, well today is the graduation exams. I will call you each by name into the next room for your exam. First Choji Akamichi. The exam was a simple Kawamari, and clone just you. A lot of them passed, leaving 27 students. All right class, congratulations on passing. I am going to announce the teams. Team 1. Team 7, Naruto and Draco, Ino Yamanaka, and they both gave each other a high five, and Sasuke Uchiha. At this they both frowned. Your sensei is Hitaki Kakashi. Iruka continued with the teams. Team 8 Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akamaiki, and Sakura Haruno. Team 10 Hinata Hyuga, Shino Abuame, and Kiba Inuzuka and their senseis came and got them until it was just Naruto, Draco, Ino and Sasuke. I hate this sensei already, Ino whined. Prank time, Naruto said in an evil voice. They set up their trap and waited. 2 hours later Kakashi walked in. His foot hit a wire. That threw some kunai at him. He jumped over them only to have a bucket from under a desk spill glue all over the floor. Kakashi had no choice but to land in it. He looked around as if expecting more. My fur. As soon as he started talking 2 bags of flour fell all over him. The 3 of them were laughing and Sasuke had a smirk on his face. As I was saying, my first impression is I hate you. Meet up on the roof in a minute. Up on the roof. Wow. You guys are slow, Kakashi said, not looking up from his book. Well, maybe if you came down to see us we would have had a chance. Kakashi looked up from his book. Wow, a real dragon, whose is it? What are you talking about, dragon? Sasuke said in a voice that screamed, I am an elite Uchiha, answer me now. First off, I am Naruto's partner, not his pet, and second, Kakashi sent a clone down there, not himself, he probably stayed here reading his book. Good observation skills, how did you know? Kakashi asked. Naruto's clones have the same scent mixed in with his, so it smelled like a clone. Anyway, how would you have gotten clean in only a minute? Good point. Now for the introductions. Why don't you go first, sensei? Asked Ino. Okay. My name is Kakashi Hatake, I am a Junin. As for my hobbies and likes, I won't tell you, my dream is, and I don't have one. Whoa, so we learned he is a Junin, and his name, Draco replied with sarcasm. Okay, well, the dragon with the attitude, you next, Kakashi said while actually looking up from his book. My name is Draco, I am the son of Ragnarok, my hobbies are training, pranks, and hanging with my partner and his girlfriend. My dream is to become the strongest dragon ever. Ino looked daggers at Draco, while Naruto just said not another one. Sasuke didn't do anything. Okay, Blondie, you next. Naruto and Ino both looked at each other, while Kakashi smiled. Naruto let Ino go. My name is Ino Yamanaka, I like my friends Naruto and Draco, and I enjoy hanging out in flowers. My dream is to become a great ninja. Okay, other Blondie, Kakashi said with a smirk. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, I like training, and hanging out with Ino and Draco, and my dream is to surpass my father, and I am not telling you who he is. My dream is also to become the strongest warrior ever. Naruto finished with a big smile. Kakashi looked at Naruto with a puzzled look, while saying, okay, Mr. Moody, you next. My name is Sasuke Uchiha, I have no likes or hobbies and my ambition is to kill a certain man. Okay, well, now that we know each other better, tomorrow meet me at the bridge at training area 7 tomorrow at 8 o'clock, oh, and don't eat, you will probably throw up. And Kakashi disappeared. Sasuke left, while Draco asked about ramen, and the trio went to get some ramen. Ichiraku ramen. Naruto had 15 bowls and was on his 16th, Draco had 12 and was waiting for Naruto, and Ino had 4. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the ramen stand and everyone around hid for cover, while Naruto, Ino, and Draco just kept eating. Hey sensei, what's up, said Naruto as Robert sat down next to him. Nothing, just had to check up on things, so I hear you are having a test tomorrow. Yay, we are going to have survival training with Kakashi sensei. Ah, you guys got Kakashi, he is a good ninja, probably top 5 in the village. Really, he didn't seem like much, Ino said matter-of-factly. Don't let his appearance deceive you, but you can take off your weights if you need to, all of you, seeing as you got Ino into weights now. Also Draco and Naruto, why don't you show me some of you combo moves I heard about? Naruto and Draco smiled evilly. They shared a laugh at this, and then everybody went home. Next day, training area 7. They waited 3 hours for Kakashi to appear. Yo, Kakashi had to jump to avoid several kunai thrown at him. So the object of this test is to get these bells from me. Kakashi showed them 2 bells as he strapped them to his belt. Whoever gets a bell passes. But sensei, there are only 2 bells, how are we supposed to pass? Ino asked. Not my problem, and he moved to the middle of the clearing as everyone went to the forest but Naruto. I am going to beat you myself, said Naruto as he dropped into a basic stance. Kakashi reached into his pouch and Naruto got ready to jump. But Kakashi pulled out his book and started reading. Kage Bunshin, said Naruto as 20 clones appeared. He had secretly mixed in other types of clones as well. They all charged Kakashi as he punched a clone that disappeared in a poof of smoke. Another set of clones jumped and were falling towards him when he punched one, which turned into water and tried to kick the other only to have his foot go right through it. Kakashi realized what Naruto had done and jumped back and hit each clone with a kunai. That was a good move you have there, Naruto, but you still won't win by yourself, Kakashi said while putting his book away. Kakashi then appeared in front of Naruto, and even though Naruto saw it coming, he let Kakashi grab him and throw him into the river. Kakashi just stood up and walked back to the clearing. Ino and Draco in the forest and went to find Sasuke. Yo Sasuke, if you did not realize it, this test is about teamwork. so in other words we need to work together, Ino explained. Why would I work with you fools? I can beat him myself, and with that Sasuke dashed from the forest at Kakashi. Sasuke threw a punch that Kakashi caught and threw out to the side. Sasuke turned his body and sent a roundhouse kick to Kakashi's head. He jumped over it as Sasuke made a grab for the bells. Kakashi grabbed his hand as he thought this kid has some talent, but they are still not working as a team. Kakashi then threw Sasuke back and Sasuke began some hand seals, fire style. Great fireball and shot it at Kakashi. When the smoke cleared, Kakashi was gone and Sasuke thought he had got him. Suddenly Kakashi grabbed his legs and pulled him down. Kakashi then appeared beside Sasuke, inner decapitation, nice try though. Kakashi then went after Ino. He used a genjutsu on her that showed Naruto with shuriken and kunai through him. Ino knew it was a genjutsu and cancelled it. She then threw some kunai at Kakashi who disappeared back to the clearing. Kakashi sighed, they all have good skills but are not working as a team yet. Meanwhile Naruto, Draco and Ino had met up and were talking about their next move. I say we take off the weights, and show him who we really are, said Ino. Good idea Ino, here's the plan. Kakashi was getting bored. Sasuke still had not escaped and was wondering where the rest of them were. Suddenly Naruto, Ino and Draco burst from the tree line. They had taken off their weights and were now much faster. Kakashi thought, man, I should not have taken a team. Naruto and Draco engaged Kakashi in a taijutsu match as Ino threw kunai. Kakashi was having a hard time with them. He appeared in front of Ino and knocked her out. Although it was a shadow clone, Ino smirked from her hiding place in the trees. Naruto and Draco realized what they needed to do and each began to release a repression seal. Naruto, I suggest we start at 4 seals, Draco stated. Sounds good. Soul seal release, they said together. Naruto's yellow hair now had white tips and Draco turned into his 7-foot form and summoned his sword. They both drew their swords and Kakashi was actually scared. Naruto charged with Draco behind him. Hurricane winds, they both shouted. Draco beat his wings and made blades of wind shoot at Kakashi, who was forced to shield his eye, lowering his visibility. Draco then swung his sword into Kakashi. It looked like Draco cut right through Naruto. Kakashi wondered what happened but had to dodge Draco's sword that almost chopped him in half. Kakashi ducked under it and kicked Draco back. Kakashi's eye widened as he quickly spun around and blocked Naruto's sword. Kakashi jumped away and Naruto stood on Draco's back. Wow, their teamwork is perfect. This is going to be hard, Kakashi thought as he started hand seals. Fire style. Great fireball. Draco and Naruto just stood there and Kakashi wondered why until an earth wall shot up stopping the fireball. Kakashi's eye widened again as he realized whoever cast that did not use hand seals. He knew he had to end this quickly. Kakashi started hand seals again. Earth style. Earth dragon is a dragon shot at the pair. Draco did the same seals and shot a dragon at Kakashi's, cancelling them out. Kakashi appeared behind Draco and knocked him out. Naruto tried to slice at Kakashi but he disappeared. Naruto then went into a stance odd to Kakashi. Naruto was standing with his left leg forward, and his right hand with his sword behind him. He started doing one-handed seals. Dance of blades, Naruto said with a smirk. A bolt of lightning struck Naruto making him disappear. Kakashi looked around not being able to find Naruto. Suddenly lightning flashed all around Kakashi. Kakashi was scared as cuts appeared on his body each time the lightning flashed. Kakashi decided he needed to end this and started to lift his headband, but was thanking any gods when he heard the bell go off. Naruto appeared in front of Kakashi and sheathed his sword. Draco came out of the forest and dropped Sasuke on the ground before turning back to his smaller form. Ino jumped down from the tree above them. Well, all 3 of you failed. None of you realized that the object of this test was to test our teamwork. Draco asked with a smile. Me, Naruto and Draco knew that, and that is why we worked together, but Sasuke thinks he's better than us so we left him out, said Ino. Ah well, none of you got the bells, so you all fail, said Kakashi. Ino, Naruto, and Draco laughed as Ino held up 2 bells. Kakashi looked at his belt to see nothing there. What, when did you get them? When Naruto and Draco attacked, I was on Draco's back. When you turned to block Naruto's attack, I grabbed the bells and disappeared back into the forest, Ino said with a smile. But what about when I knocked you out? asked Kakashi, very confused. That was one of my clones, Sensei, Naruto said with his fox smile. Ah well, Sasuke gets tied to the pole while you two eat and I think about whether to pass you or not. Kakashi then tied Sasuke to the pole and left. Kakashi went into the forest to rest to find Robert and the Sandaime there, as well as Guy, Asuma, and Kurenai. Wow Kakashi, you get beat by some genins. Kurenai teased. Shut it Kurenai, Ino is low Chunin level and Naruto and Draco are already high Chunin, Kakashi said while breathing hard and started to bandage his wounds. Kakashi looked at Robert. The first take it, you are his sensei from the same armor. Yes, I am his sensei. How did he do? Robert asked with a smirk. He is one of the strongest genin I have ever seen. I would have needed to use my Sharingan to beat him. Robert and the Sandaime laughed. What's so funny, asked Asuma. I have taught him my sealing powers. I wear 25 seals, I normally have 20 released. When I get to 24 I am stronger than almost everybody. My 25th level is like the 8th gate. I passed this to Naruto. How many seals he will wear, I do not know, but now he wears 7 and released only 4. Draco wears 5 and also released 4, so they were not at their full power, explained Robert with a smirk. But if you used your Sharingan you would have been able to beat them up to about 12 or 13 seals. Robert replied, but still for a genin to be able to keep up with Kakashi is amazing. I mean right now he is the second strongest in the village, with Jiraiya and Tsunade away, Kurenai said. Sandaime smirked and took a puff of his pipe. Konoha will indeed become strong. So they pass, right, Kurenai? I have to pass them. They almost beat me, even though Sasuke did not want to work with them. I guess I will have to teach him that. Maybe Naruto can help. Kakashi frowned. Let's see what they do about lunch, Kakashi said. Back in the clearing, here Sasuke eat up, as Ino gave him his food and Naruto cut him down. Shut up and eat. Don't ask, we need to be at full strength. Ino here, share mine, as Naruto sat down next to her. Thanks. Kakashi's coming, Draco said as they put their food down. Kakashi appeared in a large cloud. You, pass. Kakashi said with a smirk visible through his mask. Naruto, Ino and Draco, you three had great teamwork. Sasuke, I wish I could say the same for you. Why didn't you work with them when you asked? Why would I need to work with these weaklings? Naruto grabbed Sasuke by his collar and punched him in the face. You damn Uchiha, you are not better than everyone else and definitely not stronger, screamed Naruto. Naruto and Ino left with Draco following. Kakashi walked over to Sasuke. Sasuke, you are not even close to being able to beat your brother yet. Let's us help you get stronger. Sasuke just sat there with a shocked look. Naruto hit me, Sasuke thought. After realizing Sasuke was just going to sit there, Kakashi picked him up and took him home. Hokage Monument. Naruto dashed off after punching Sasuke and Ino could not find him, so she checked his house. Ino went in and found Draco sleeping. She kicked him in the tail. Damn it, can't I sleep in peace? Where is Naruto? Ino asked in a concerned voice. Hokage Monument. He is always there on his dad's head. Thanks, and with that Ino left. Hokage Monument. Ino found Naruto sitting on the head of the Yondaime. She walked up behind him and wrapped her arms around him. Ino kissed him on the cheek. Naruto blushed before pulling Ino onto his lap. They sat in silence for a while until Naruto asked Ino, will you be my girlfriend? Ino smiled and said I would love to before she kissed him on the lips. Dance of Blades, an attack that utilizes lightning strikes to appear in different spots. Using a blade, sword, kunai, the user slices and dices its opponents. Can be faster than the FTG, but its speed depends on mastery of lightning and speed of user. Sandaime took a puff of his pipe. So Team 7, what would you like to do today? We have painting a fence, cleaning a restaurant, or catching fish for a man who broke his leg. Ino and Kakashi looked at each other, while Draco and Naruto smiled. Well, take them all. Sandaime smiled. Are you sure? They will take a couple hours each. Yay, because we are going to have to do a lot of D ranks, so might as well do them now. Good idea, you two, but it will take the whole day, Kakashi said looking at his book. We are fine, let's go. Draco flew to the Sandaime and took the 3 mission scrolls. As the rest of Team 7 started to leave, Naruto turned CYA Gramps. Somewhere in the village, Team 7 walked to a house that was a 2-story house with a garden around the front door. The fence that covered the lawn was about 60 feet long. Sasuke and Ino looked pissed about the size of the fence. An elderly man walked out of his house. Ah, you must be the ninja I hired to do my fence. Ah, this doesn't look that bad, team, it's not that big. Oh ho ho, this fence isn't the one I need painting, the one in the back, come I will show you. They arrived at the back of the house to see a fence that was about 500 feet long around the backyard. The paint and brushes are right here by the house, have fun, and the man went inside. Look what you two bakas did, now we have to paint this big ass fence and do other stuff today, Sasuke said in an angry voice. Shut up, Sasuke, we get paid for this and it'll only take a couple minutes, Naruto replied. In Naruto's head, hey Kyuubi, lend me some chakra and it'll let you out for a while. At least 4 hours, brat. Fine with me, and Kyuubi sent a burst of chakra through the seal which sent Naruto back to the real world. Real world, summoning jutsu. Kyuubi. Kakashi's eye widened as he realized what Naruto said. Before Kakashi could do anything, a poof of smoke the size of a large dog appeared. When it cleared, there stood a blood-red two-tailed fox. Hey Naruto, Draco, Ino, Uchiha, Kakashi, how are you? I haven't seen you in 13 years, Kyuubi said with a smile only a fox could make. Kyuubi, 4 hours. Yay, I know, Naruto. Later, and Kyuubi took off to the forest. Kakashi and Sasuke were looking at Naruto in confusion. Oh yay, you two didn't know I could summon Kyuubi, did you? Naruto said with a smirk. No, we didn't. Kakashi was about to continue, but Ino cut him off. Naruto controls how much chakra he has, so don't worry, and yes, the Sandaime knows. Naruto and Draco ran to the fence with the supplies. Me and Draco each got 200 feet, you two to the rest, Ino replied with an okay, but Sasuke was confused. Just watch, Sasuke, Ino said while starting on her part. Kage Bunshin, Draco and Naruto yelled. They each made 10 clones and got to work. Restaurant. 1 hour later. They entered the restaurant to see that it was destroyed from a bar fight. There was food all over and tables and chairs smashed and splintered. Sasuke, Ino and Kakashi sat down at a clean table. You guys got this one again? Ino asked in a pleasing voice. Hey Kakashi-sensei, if we finish in 20 minutes can we have a spar with you later today? Naruto asked with Draco sitting on his shoulder. I suppose I can do that, but I get to use my Sharingan. Go, and Kakashi pulled out a clock already set on 20 minutes that had started counting. Draco made 5 clones and started cleaning. Naruto just stood there with his hands in a seal. Hey Kyuubi, can I get more chakra? I got a bet to win, said in his mind. Fine brat, but you better win, and Naruto got another burst of chakra. Naruto smiled and yelled out Kage Bunshin, and 100 clones appeared. Kakashi's head sunk low as he realized he was going to have to fight later on. Ino laughed and Sasuke sat there in his broody mood. Naruto and his clones began to run around cleaning, and they all finished in 15 minutes. River. Draco and Naruto sat down on some rocks with Kakashi. You two, your turn, Draco said with a smirk. Kakashi-sensei, how much fish do we have to catch? Ino asked. The mission says at least 30 fish that weigh more than 5 pounds. Sasuke and Ino sighed. That's a lot of fish, sensei, Ino whined. Naruto whispered to Draco. I'll bet Ino catches more than Sasuke by 15 fish, Naruto stated proudly. I'll say 5 fish more, Draco said, placing his bet. Betting on your girlfriend. I say 10 more than Sasuke. Naruto and Draco fell backwards from Kakashi appearing right between them. Damn it, I say I'll beat Ino by 20 fish, Sasuke yelled from the river. Losers do 5 laps around Konoha. Deal, and they all shook on it. 1 hour later. The Sandaime was taking his walk around Konoha when he heard laughing from atop the wall. He jumped up there to find Naruto and Ino sitting on the wall holding hands, laughing along with a couple of Anbu. May I ask what is going on here? Hokage-sama. Oh, we were. I won a bet, Gramps, and now we are watching it, Naruto said, saving the Anbu the embarrassment. Well, what is so funny, may I ask? Ino turned smiling, watching Kakashi-sensei, Sasuke, and Draco run 5 laps around Konoha. At this the Sandaime raised an eyebrow and the Anbu started laughing harder. What is funny about that? Sandaime asked, confused. Guy-sensei and Lee found them, and Naruto broke out laughing along with the Sandaime. I hate you, Naruto, Kakashi said as he finished his laughs along with Draco. So Kakashi ready for that spar? Naruto asked, exited. I suppose, Kakashi said, reading his book again. The Anbu were confused. Kakashi, are you actually going to fight this kid? Not just Naruto, but me too, replied Draco. Do you mind if we watch? Asked the Anbu. Fine with me, I'll meet you there, and Kakashi disappeared. Shall we go then? And Sandaime and the rest left to Training Area 7. Training Area 7. A large crowd had gathered around the training area. A few Anbu arrived along with Guy, Asuma and Kurenai, who brought their teams to watch the match. Sensei, why are we here? You said Kakashi was one of the strongest in the village, how come Naruto thinks he can beat him? Asked Sakura, gaining everyone's attention. You will see that Naruto is stronger than he looks, replied Asuma. No genin can beat my eternal rival, the power of youth defeats all, Guy screamed. Shut up, Guy, said Kurenai. Yo, Kakashi said as he appeared. Already, sensei. As Naruto and Draco walked into the middle of the clearing. Kakashi walked out to the middle. Wanna skip the small stuff? Nah, let's show them who the top genin are. Suit yourself, replied Kakashi as both sides got into their stances. Sandaime took a puff of his pipe. Watch closely, for this will be a good battle. Everyone watched in anticipation. Kakashi started hand seals as Naruto and Draco charged. Grand Fireball, and Kakashi shot out a large fireball at them. Mud Wall, Draco called out. Naruto jumped near the river and started hand seals. Kakashi jumped back and started hand seals his own. Water Dragon. Earth Dragon. Kakashi's dragon crashed into Naruto's and destroyed it. Kakashi then smashed his fist into the ground and pulled out Draco and held a kunai to his throat. Kakashi smiled and said, I win this round. Kakashi released Draco and he walked back to Naruto. Time to get serious, sensei. Naruto called out. What, that wasn't serious? Screamed Kiba. Sandaime chuckled. No, but now it is. Hey sensei, we got a surprise for you, said Naruto as Kakashi raised his headband. Kakashi is using the Sharingan against this kid? Asked an Anbu. Hell need it, said a voice nobody could find until Robert walked out from the tree line with Jake. Gaikage-sama, how nice of you to drop in, replied Sandaime. Gaikage is in the Gaikog. Hold your questions, they are starting, said Jake. Ten Seal released Draco and Naruto called out. Everyone's eyes widened as they felt the power. Draco transformed to his large form and they both dropped their weights and drew their swords. Everyone's eye widened as they saw Draco transform to his 7 feet form and Naruto's hair widen. Is this really Naruto? Asked Neji. Yes, they have trained a lot, replied Jake. Naruto jumped onto Draco's back and were about to charge, when Kakashi reached into his pouch. Kakashi withdrew a white bone handle about 7 inches long. Sandaime and some of the Anbu were in shock from the weapon Kakashi had. Naruto, Draco, let me introduce you to the white fang of my father. As Kakashi went into a stance, he had the fang in his left hand at his side and his right hand out in front. His right foot was slightly forward. He looked about to charge. Kakashi charged first. Draco charged with Naruto still on his back. Draco juked left and went right as Naruto jumped of his back and went right. Kakashi saw that they were about to trap him, so he kept going straight through the two. A move gained from experience, Sarutobi, said Jake. Indeed, he replied. Naruto and Draco both met and turned to face Kakashi. Naruto stood on Draco's left as they charged again. Kakashi created a shadow clone and started to charge while the clone did some hand seals and called out Earth Dragon. An Earth Dragon erupted from the ground and went after Draco. Draco created an earth wall, but the dragon crashed through and was about to impact Draco, but Naruto sliced through it, cutting its head off. The real Kakashi began a long set of hand seals as the clone kept the two busy. By the time Naruto and Draco dispersed the clone, Kakashi had finished Earth Eruption. The ground shook all around the combatants and then chunks of earth flew up along with dirt and dust. None of the spectators could see what was happening. Jake began chuckling. It was a good fight. Yes, they almost had him, replied Sandaime. The scary thing is that they are not done, Robert said. What, how can you see anything? Hokage-sama, yelled Guy. Just shut up and wait, Robert shot back at him. They all waited, and when the dust finally settled, Naruto and Draco both had their swords to Kakashi's throat while he had 2 kunai to their necks. Another Kakashi jumped down from the trees holding a kunai at Draco's throat. So it was a tie? Asked Kurenai. And here I thought that Konoha had the best fighters, said Robert with a smirk. Sandaime and Jake chuckled. Are you making fun of us? Asuma said, walking up to them. Sandaime decided it was a good time to intervene, so he continued, do any of you see something missing? Shikamaru sighed, so troublesome, the chakra fang is missing. Everyone's eyes widened when they realized that the Kakashi was a clone. Draco was cursing under his breath until Ino yelled at him to speak up. I said, "Why am I the one always getting caught and not Naruto?" "What are you talking about?" asked an Anbu. Draco sighed and spun his sword, chopping through Kakashi and Naruto, who both disappeared in a puff of smoke, while the Kakashi at his side still held a kunai to his throat. "See, Sensei got me first." Naruto and the real Kakashi came up from underground. "Sorry Draco, but you were slower," Kakashi replied with his normal eye in an upside-down U. "Come Draco over to the sidelines, you're dead," Robert said smiling. "Damn it." Naruto and Kakashi both stood across from each other again. Naruto shifted to a stance familiar to Kakashi, with his sword behind him and one hand forward. "You all are lucky, you might see one of my dances today," Robert said in a voice full of pride. "So Naruto's going to dance? What is so special about that?" said Sasuke, hoping to insult Naruto. "You will see a deadly dance that cannot be copied or beaten," said Jake. "Sorry Sensei, but this is a move I made. I am not going to dance yet," Naruto said to them. "Well then I was wrong," Robert said with his head down. Naruto smiled as Kakashi charged Uzumaki clone special. Over 100 clones appeared, all smiling, holding kunai. The real one walked out behind the clones, still keeping his sword drawn. Kakashi smirked as he began fighting the clones. He quickly spun, hitting 3, making them disappear in a poof of smoke. Kakashi wasn't taking any chances because the name of the move still confused him. Kakashi started his attack again as he ducked under a punch and hit that clone in the chest, only to have the clone turn to water. Kakashi jumped over a punch and came down kicking another to have his hand start throbbing as the clone turned to mud and sink back to the earth. Kakashi realized what the attack was. As he punched another one, his hand became scorched as the clone burst into flame. Another clone jumped onto him and Kakashi cursed as he was shocked from a lightning clone. Kakashi sunk into the ground and the clones were confused until 5 Kakashis from the outside all chorused. Grand Fireball and all of the Narutos were destroyed. The real Kakashi was left in the middle panting as the clones dispersed. "That's enough Naruto. If you use the dance I will lose, so don't even bother using it," Kakashi said as he sat down. "Oh man, I wanted to see how fast I got with it," Naruto whined as he walked over sheathing his sword. "What, he actually can beat Kakashi Sensei?" screamed Sasuke. All the spectators except Sandame, Jake, Robert, Ino and Draco were terrified that he could beat Kakashi. "Hey Naruto, if you want to test it out, I'll be the guinea pig. I haven't had a good dance in a while," Robert said as he walked out to the middle. Guy ran over and grabbed Kakashi and brought him back to the sidelines. "Ready when you are, Sensei," Naruto said as they drew their blades. "Wait, this guy is Naruto's sensei too," screamed Sasuke. "How come he gets special treatment? This isn't fair, I should be getting training. I am an ooch." He got knocked out by Draco. "Sorry, I couldn't help it." "Quiet, they are going to start," Jake said, his eyes never moving from the battle. "Hey Kyuubi, give me some chakra," Naruto thought aloud. "Hokage-sama, he is releasing the Kyuubi. We must stop him," yelled an Anbu. Sandame raised his hand. "Leave him be." "Damn it Kyuubi, are you even there?" Naruto was screaming now. "Damn it Kit, will you shut up?" "I am right here," Kyuubi said as he appeared next to Sandame. "Take as much as you wish, maybe you will get a 1 in 100 chance of hitting him." "BBI. stuttered out Asuma. "Do not worry, Naruto controls Kyuubi's power," Sandame replied. Both Naruto and Robert put their sword in their right hands and put their hand behind their back. Their left hand was forward and did hand seals. "Dance of blades," they both yelled. Everyone was confused because they were standing there until a bolt of lightning struck them. There were flashes of red and white lightning all over the field that continued for a minute. When the storm stopped, Naruto was standing there panting with a few deep gashes and hundreds of smaller cuts. Robert had one cut across his chest. Jake and Sandame's jaws both fell. He landed a hit on him. "Excellent Naruto. You managed to land a hit on an unarmored person that would have killed them, but I am still amazed that you actually hit me. I guess you are ready for the next dance," Robert said proudly. "Good match. I am going to take a nap now," and Naruto passed out. Ino ran over with Draco. Sandame informed all of the Junin and Anbu about the situation, but the genin remained clueless. Naruto's house. Naruto was passed out on the bed with Ino at his side cuddling him like a teddy bear, and Draco was curled up in his room, Sandaime had an Anbu inform Ino's parents of where Ino was and why, and they said it was fine. Sandaime, Jake, Robert, and Kyuubi were in the living room. I cannot believe he has grown so much, as to where he can land a hit on you, with 20 seals released, Jake said with his eyes closed. He has most likely hidden the amount of seals him and Draco wear from me. I think he wants it to be a surprise, Robert said, still wearing a smile full of pride. Damn, Brad is definitely going to be Hokage. I mean, he can already go toe-to-toe with Kakashi for a few minutes. Not exactly true. He was fighting with Draco. I am not saying that he is weak by himself, just that Draco is about equal to him. Both of them will soon be able to beat Kakashi, Jake said. Robert looked down. I agree. However, he barely has enough chakra to do the dance. He had to call on Kyuubi to be able to perform it. He needs to train a lot more. His max chakra is 10% of my own. Sandaime's is probably 60%. I guess I am still useful. Not too old yet, Sandaime said with a chuckle. The version he performed is not mastered. I would say about 60%. There is still another dance and move. My signature moves. I used the one to kill Hachibi, but that bastard used a jutsu that stole my power. What move do you speak of, Gaikage-sama? Sandaime asked. You will learn in due time. That is to remain a secret, Robert said as he threw a kunai at Kyuubi. Don't even think about it. Keep your mouth shut or I will seal you back inside, never to be free again. Absolutely, Gaikage-sama. 2 weeks later, Training Area 7. Naruto and Ino were leaning against a tree with Draco in the tree out on a limb. Sasuke was on the little bridge brooding. Sasuke was still pissed about Naruto's other sensei. Ino now wore 250 pounds of weights on her body and Naruto and Draco wore 500 pounds. Lee came running up to them. Yash, Naruto, I wish to have a spar with you. I need to test the power of youth. Lee was running in place. Fine, but only if you never yell like that again when you are around me, Naruto said, getting up. I accept these terms, Lee said, bowing. Okay, let's take off the weights, because sensei will be here soon, Naruto said as he began to take them off. Wonderful idea, Naruto. Lee dropped into his stance and faced Naruto. Sataijutsu only. By the way, how much weight are you wearing? I wear 500 pounds, Naruto said, thinking he had more than Lee. I wear 2000 lbs, Naruto, Lee said, still in his stance. What? That's crazy, Lee, Naruto screamed. Let us begin, Naruto, Lee said, smiling. Naruto and Lee were both blurs as they began to appear around the field. Naruto kept getting knocked back everyone in a while. This continued for 5 minutes, until Kakashi and Guy appeared, each grabbing their students. Kakashi looked and saw that Naruto had a couple bruises on him. What are you two doing? Guy demanded. Having a friendly spar, Guy-sensei. Lee is an amazing taijutsu fighter. The only way I could have beat him is if I used some ninjutsu, Naruto said. The power of youth defeats all, Guy screamed. Lee. Guy-sensei. Lee. Guy-sensei. Kakashi went over to Sasuke and Ino and grabbed them and took off running towards the Hokage Tower. Naruto was running next to Draco. Hokage Tower. Good morning, Team 7. How are you today? Sandaime said in a cheerful voice. Let's see what we have today as Sandaime reached for the D-rank scroll. No, Naruto yelled. We have done enough D-rank mission. We did over 50 in the past 2 weeks. I think that is enough. Kakashi took out his book and began reading. Sandaime smiled and put down the D-rank missions and grabbed the C-rank scroll. Let's see. Ah yes, this one will do. You are to escort a bridge builder by the name of Tazuna to his home in Wave Country and guard him until the bridge is finished. The only opposition you should encounter is bandits. Good luck. Sandaime tossed the scroll to Kakashi, who never even looked up and caught the scroll. Sandaime turned to a Chunin by the door. Send him in, please. Yes, Hokage-sama. A minute later an old man walked in. He had a weird-shaped hat that covered his gray hair. He was wobbling from drinking so much. These brats are going to protect me, Tazuna said, taking another swig of his drink. Do not worry, Tazuna-san. I am an elite ninja, and these guys aren't that weak, Kakashi said, smiling. Well, I believe you being a ninja, but not so sure about these kids, especially the one with the blonde and white hair, Tazuna replied lazily and was about to take another drink, but the bottle was gone from his hands. Naruto walked to the window and launched it out. Please, no drinking, Tazuna-san, Naruto said with sarcasm in his voice. All right, before Naruto kills the client, let us be on our way. Everyone meet at the main gate in an hour, Kakashi said as he walked out with Tazuna. Outside Konoha about an hour later. Naruto was in the front with Draco on his shoulder. Tazuna was behind Naruto and Tazuna was being flanked by Sasuke and Ino, with Kakashi bringing up the rear while reading his book. "Hey sensei, how long of a trip is it to Wave Country?" Naruto asked. "I would say 2 days walking, if we ran probably a few hours," Kakashi said giggling at his book. "Thanks, I was just wondering in case I ever had a mission here or something." Kakashi looked up from his book. Naruto, where is Kyuubi?" Naruto, Draco, and Ino snickered. "Kyuubi and Sandaime are fighting a powerful enemy. Ha. He helps Hokage-sama with his paperwork basically," Ino said after her fit of laughter. "No wonder I have seen him around the village a lot more," Kakashi said after returning to his book. The group was walking down the road. Draco whispered into Naruto's ear, "I smell 2 others close." They walked by the puddle that hid the demon brothers. "There!" Draco shouted as the brothers rose up from the puddle. The 2 charged at Kakashi but he kept walking. They moved to wrap the chain around Kakashi when Draco cut the chain with his claws and Naruto and Sasuke punched both brothers back. "Want to show them the fire of Fire Country?" Draco said laughing. "Sure." Sasuke said. Everyone looked at him because he wasn't actually in a broody mood. The 3 started Hand Seal's Grand Fireball. The 3 of them yelled. They hit dead on and knocked one of them out. The other got up to run but was stopped by a kunai at his throat courtesy of Ino. "Good work team," Kakashi said in a proud voice as he tied them up. "Tazuna-san, I think you have some explaining to do, seeing as there were 2 missing nins after you," Ino said while walking towards him. Tazuna knew he couldn't escape this one fine and he told them about Gato and his economy in Wave. Naruto was sitting next to Draco and Ino when he stood up. "Fine, let's kick this guy's ass." "Fine with us, how about you Sasuke?" Ino said as she and Draco stood up. "Yay, let's go." "Okay, then let's go team, and by Teehee way this is now an A-class mission," Kakashi said as he pulled out his book and started walking. Wave Country. After crossing ocean in boat, Draco and Naruto were talking in the rear of the group. "Hey Draco, what weapon do you think would be good for Ino and Sasuke?" "Ino, I would say a bow, because she isn't that good of a close-range fighter, and she gets outclassed with us 3 around." "But why Sasuke?" "Maybe getting him a weapon would make him strive to get stronger, and might make him less of a bastard." "Good point. I was thinking talons, because he could use it in his taijutsu, too. That or a short sword. Hell, just ask him which one he wants more." "Good idea, I'll ask him now." Naruto walked up to Sasuke while Draco flew to Ino to tell her. "Yo Sasuke." "Yay, what?" "I got a question. What weapon would you like more, a set of talons or a short sword?" Sasuke looked at Naruto and thought he would actually do that, for me. So he asked it. "You would actually get me one?" Sasuke said with a confused look. "Yay, it would make you stronger, because I am trying to help you so you are not a bastard," Naruto replied. Sasuke thought about which weapon he wanted when Draco put his head up and sniffed the air. Naruto saw this and put his hand to his sword. Kakashi put his book away and Ino moved next to Tazuna while drawing a kunai. Somewhere in the forest surrounding them. "What? How did they sense me? Is that a dragon?" "Do not worry master, you can still have the element of surprise. I will wait and observe." Humph. And the taller figure jumped away to the side of the forest getting ready to attack and kill Tazuna. "Everybody down." Everybody ducked and Ino pulled Tazuna down with her. A large sword flew past them and got stuck in a tree as a figure jumped onto the blade. Naruto left his sword and pulled a kunai out. Kakashi stepped forward and lifted his protector. "I'll handle him, hopefully," Kakashi said, taking a stance. "Ah, Hatake Kakashi, copycat of Konoha," Zabuza said as he jumped down with his sword. Momochi Zabuza, missing nin of mist, also known as the demon of the mist. Zabuza laughed. "So you know me as well, hey?" Zabuza and Kakashi charged each other. Zabuza swung his sword horizontal and Kakashi ducked under it, and then thrust a kunai towards his chest. Zabuza pushed his hand away and kicked Kakashi back. Naruto turned to Draco. "Be prepared to jump in. Ino, you and Sasuke stay back and protect Tazuna." Kakashi and Zabuza continued their fight with blow and parry. Zabuza had the upper hand as his sword gave him better leverage. Kakashi and Zabuza are now locked in a stalemate with Kakashi wielding a kunai trying to push back Zabuza. Is this all the great copy ninja has to offer? Zabuza said as he started laughing. Kakashi rolled to the side as Zabuza's blade came crashing down into earth. Kakashi punched Zabuza in the face, but he held onto his sword and swung back around to kick Kakashi back. Zabuza made a seal hidden mist jutsu and a large blanket of mist appeared. Naruto and Draco tensed as they knew the capabilities of this attack. Ino was scared as she heard Zabuza give his speech about the 8 vital points. Naruto stepped closer to her and put a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, I am here. Zabuza appeared between Naruto and Draco. That isn't much considering you are going to die. Naruto's kunai was stuck in Zabuza's throat and Draco had slashed his stomach, but he turned to water. Another Zabuza appeared behind Naruto. You're dead now as he slashed his sword. Kakashi appeared and blocked the sword. Another Zabuza came from behind Kakashi and sliced him in half only to have him turn to water. What, he copied me even in this mist? The real Kakashi sliced the throat of the remaining Zabuza to have it turn to water as well. Kakashi's eyes widened as Zabuza kicked him hard into the water. As soon as Kakashi surfaced, Zabuza created a clone to trap Kakashi. Water prison, the clone yelled as Kakashi cursed, realizing he was trapped. Kakashi relaxed in the prison, seeing as he couldn't escape. Oh well, I tried. Now it's Naruto's turn. Guess he'll end this quickly as he created a water clone to finish the job. Zabuza charged towards the genin only to disappear and reappear behind Tazuna. Your mind 10 seal release. And Zabuza swung his sword down, only to be stopped by a larger sword, and have his throat cut as he turned to water. The real Zabuza's eyes widened as he looked upon his targets. Before him stood a 7 feet black dragon wielding a sword bigger than his and a kid with white hair and some white armor that just jumped onto the dragon's back wielding a blood-red sword. Round 2. Zabuza. Kakashi said with a smirk from within his prison. Surely you are not afraid of 2 genin, are you, Zabuza? Naruto said. I think Zabuza is going to lose this one. Hey Sasuke. Ino said as she relaxed a bit. Sasuke was still thinking of how Naruto was willing to help him out in his training to become stronger, even though he had not been the best of friends to him. Naruto is willing to help me become stronger, even though I have been an asshole to him. Maybe he'll be my first friend. Sasuke was deep in thought. Ino nudged Sasuke out of his thought when the fight had started. Naruto crouched lower on Draco's back as Draco took off running towards Zabuza. Hurricane winds, they chorused. Zabuza raised his left hand to shield his eyes as he brought his sword into a defensive position. He saw Draco coming at him and shifted his sword to attack Draco. Draco launched himself into the air and began a 180 spin swinging his sword. Zabuza parried Draco's sword and kicked him back, then jumped up and back flipped over Naruto's thrust that would have pierced his stomach. Zabuza began a set of hand seals. Water dragon, he shouted as a dragon rose from the water and shot at Draco and Naruto. The two just smiled as an earth wall rose from the ground to intercept the dragon. Zabuza had charged in behind his dragon. Hidden mist as Zabuza sunk into the mist all around them now. Draco swung his sword up above his head to block a downswing from Zabuza. Zabuza swung under his sword and kicked Draco back as he followed with his sword above his head. Why do I keep getting kicked around? Draco flipped upright and found himself surrounded by 5 Zabuzas. You're done now, dragon, the Zabuzas said together. Uzumaki clone special. 50 Naruto clones now surrounded the Zabuza clones. They attacked and all the Zabuzas were gone in a few seconds, but the Narutos still remained. Kakashi. These brats are more of a challenge than you were. Are you sure they are genin? The Zabuza clone holding Kakashi asked. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. I think we gotta get Kakashi-sensei out in order to beat this guy. I don't want to show him my dance yet, Naruto whispered. Fine, let's get him out. You get the clone holding him. Me and your clones will get the real one. Now the mist had disappeared. Naruto's clones and Draco took off. Zabuza laughed. You think some clones will get me, huh? And he took off. He swung at one, and the blade went through. These illusions won't stop me as he swung through another only to feel a bit of resistance as the clone turned to wood. He kicked another to get his foot wet, a water clone too. Also the brat mixed in different kinds of clones. That's a good idea, Zabuza said with a smirk as he made some water clones and destroyed all the clones. Now it was Draco and a clone standing off against Zabuza. Both were panting. Hey Zabuza, aren't you being chased by Hunter Nin? The Naruto clone asked. Yay, ever since I tried to kill the Mizukage, they have been chasing me, but what of it? There is one in the tree there, watching. Zabuza crouched and began to charge to suddenly see the Naruto standing next to Draco disappear in a puff of smoke. What Zabuza was stopped from his charge to discover Kakashi standing in front of him starting seals. He looked back to see Naruto standing where his clone had been. Suddenly four Senbon flew from the tree which housed the hunter nin and struck Zabuza in the neck, putting him in a death-like state. Kakashi stopped his seals and passed out. Naruto also hit the ground, while Draco stabbed his sword into the ground and was leaning on it. I thank you for your assistance in the battle, but I must dispose of this body, for it holds many sekar. Cut the crap, you reek of Zabuza and Draco too had passed out. They will be an easy target now as Haku walked away from Zabuza's body and towards Kakashi and Draco. I should say the same thing to you, replied Sasuke with a smirk as he held a kunai to Zabuza's throat. Haku turned back and suddenly found a kunai at her throat courtesy of Ino. Haku could probably beat the two of them, but she would lose Zabuza. How about a truce? Everyone goes free, Haku asked, hoping she could escape with Zabuza. Well, take it, Ino said without a second thought. But why, we could kill them both right now. Sasuke shouted. Sasuke, she could kill Tazuna and Kakashi too, Ino said, pointing to the Senbon now in Haku's hands. Fine. Haku walked back and picked up Zabuza's body as Sasuke carried Naruto back to the group. Come on kids, you can rest at my house. I think we will have a couple days with the wounds Zabuza had. Sounds good, Ino said as she grabbed Naruto and the now smaller Draco. Sasuke grumbled as he threw Kakashi on his back with his feet dragging on the floor as they walked. Tazuna's house next day. Tsunami had made breakfast and was serving it. Naruto was still sleeping from chakra exhaustion. Kakashi had just awoke from Draco poking him. Everyone was seated at the table now except for Naruto and Kakashi. Sasuke was still thinking about what Naruto and Draco had said to him yesterday. He was deep in thought. Did he really mean it? He's probably just playing a trick on me. He keeps saying I am a stuck-up bastard. Am I really this bad to my teammates? But would they really get me a weapon? And would it help me? No, I am the one who was going to kill brother, not him. But they are just messing with me. There is no way they would get me a Wii. Draco just started talking to Ino at this point. So Ino, Naruto said that a bow would work great for you. What do you think? Yay, it would give me some style and finesse. Plus it would be good support, especially with you two for close-range crap. Yami and Naruto got that handled and Sasuke has support. That's why the short sword would be good for him. Can be drawn quick and even thrown when good enough. Naruto would actually do that for me. Sasuke asked. Yeah, you might be jerk to us most of the time, but we are trying to make you not an ass the whole time. Sasuke thought to himself, do they really strain to put up with me? Maybe I should start becoming friends. No, they don't know what it is like to see the stuff I have seen. You guys don't know what I have been through. Sasuke yelled as he stood up. Ino was in his face now. Shut your mouth. You have no idea how hard life was for Naruto. You're lucky he's still sleeping or he would punched you out by now. He was living on his own at 5 years old, and he never knew who his father was until a couple months ago, and grew up with no parents. Ino began to walk out. I'll be training. Draco, please tell Naruto that when I wake up. Nice one, jackass. Look, you got her mad. Draco flew towards the stairs. You know you could lighten up, and you better, because Naruto won't put up with you pissing Ino off. Tsunami and Tazuna stood and took the dishes to the kitchen. Naruto awoke about an hour later and went to the kitchen to find Tsunami sitting at the table knitting, and Tazuna reading a book. Hey, where's the rest of them? Asked Naruto. Tsunami stopped knitting and brought in a plate of food. Ino went to the forest to train and Draco followed. Kakashi is still in bed, and Sasuke disappeared. Thanks, I guess I am going to go look for them in a minute or two. Naruto, mind if I ask you a question? Tazuna said, putting his book down. Shoot, how is it that you are about the same level as your sensei and he is a Junin and you are just a Genin? Naruto smiled. Well, you see, I am being trained by the strongest person to ever live, as he put on a huge fox grin. Tazuna smiled and Tsunami fell out of her chair with a blush. So then you mean Robert? Said Tazuna. Naruto's face became one of confusion. Wait, how do you know him? I thought he was very secretive and stuff. Naruto, what did he say to you, when you first met him or heard about him? Naruto thought back. He said he was the White Storm, protector of the people, and traveled around. Bingo brat, protector of the people. Tazuna smirked, knowing he had some power over the stronger brat. But how do you know him? He came here when he was just starting out, he was young, probably 17. Tsunami said, not wanting to be left out. He saved Tsunami from some bullies one day, and then Tsunami here followed him around for a couple months, seeing as he trained here. Tsunami blushed more and Tazuna laughed. Tsunami here had a crush on him and even went to ask him out, but he declined, saying it was too dangerous and that he would not be here enough for her. And I still miss him, Tsunami said, sad now. And now that I think about it, you are stronger than he was when he came here. Really, I am that good, Naruto said with joy in his voice. You are pretty strong, brat. Thanks. Naruto was deeply happy because there was more people that cared for him. Out in the forest, Naruto was dashing through the forest and stopped when he found Ino tired out sitting on a tree and a huge amount of the FTG kunai all over the clearing. Hey Ino-chan. Ino smiled. Hey Naruto. Naruto jumped down and sat next to her. Ino leaned up against him as Naruto put his arm around her. So may I ask what you were doing out here by yourself, especially when there are enemies around, and you're all tired? Ino elbowed him in the stomach lightly. Don't worry, I am even safer now that you are here. Safer? Naruto asked, emphasizing the Why are you so dense sometimes, Naruto? Draco said as he emerged from a hole in the tree Ino was sitting on. I was wondering where you were, and besides you are better at stealth and senses, so whatever. He. Don't try to make an excuse, you just couldn't find me. Draco was laughing now. So how far are you two with the FTG? I can do it for about only 2 feet, and only 1 jump. 10 feet and 3 jumps max. This thing is hard, no wonder it was so powerful and couldn't be copied. Damn, you guys are good, going faster than Pops probably did it. What about you, can you do the dance perfect yet? Ino asked. I have the dance down perfectly, but I still need to increase my chakra to be able to do it more, and maybe other stuff after. So we are going to be unstoppable, kick-ass, Naruto said. Awesome. Sasuke jumped down from the trees. Kakashi is awake and told me to ask you about some training involving trees, Sasuke said in a tell me now or suffer voice. Take a break, ass. Go climb the tree as high as you can and mark it with a kunai. Sasuke was about to jump up and start climbing when Draco shouted back. No hands. What then? How am I going to do this? Draco walked over to Sasuke and looked him in the face, then he continued up the tree, sticking to it with chakra. See very east, and no, I am not using my claws. So I use chakra, Sasuke asked. Yay, go ahead and keep going up until you can reach the top twice, Naruto said as he and Ino got up to leave. Sasuke began running up the tree and fell after his second step. Hell, be a while. Zabuza's hideout. Zabuza was lying in bed with Haku beside him in a chair. Zabuza, I do not think that we will be able to beat them by ourselves. You are right, I could take Kakashi and you, that Uchiha brat and the girl, but that blonde kid and the dragon could take us both. We need another strong person. Where will we find one, Zabuza? He's already here. In stepped a figure wielding 2 swords. I think I can show them what a user of lightning can really do. Back at Tazuna's house, Kakashi was sitting at the table having recovered from his chakra depletion. Beside him was Draco and Ino, and Naruto were on the other side. So sensei, you think they will be back? Ino asked. Yes, and this time I fear they may have another accomplice helping them. Why do you say that? Kakashi sighed, because Zabuza knows he and I are about evenly matched, and I doubt that Haku person could beat Naruto and Draco. Besides, that still leaves Ino and Sasuke to assist, however. So they need someone else to beat us then. We are too strong for the 2 of them, Naruto said proudly. Yes, but Zabuza, even though he is a missing nin, may still have allies around, so we had better be careful. Everyone was in thought, until Naruto broke the silence. Well, me and Ino are going to town to look around. Wanna come, Draco? Let's see, stay here with boring sensei or go to town with friends. I really don't know, I mean this is a hard choice. Draco stopped his rant when he saw that Naruto and Ino had already left and Kakashi was reading his book. In town, Naruto and Ino were walking down the street holding hands and Draco was on Naruto's shoulder. Everyone was giving them glances as they passed. I see why this bridge is so important. It would save this whole country from poverty, Ino said as she moved closer to Naruto. This is terrible, This Gato guy is definitely going down. I would say we pay him a visit, but he is probably heavily guarded, and Zabuza is there as well," Naruto interjected before the conversation went any farther. They had now walked through the village and now were at a river with large trees on both banks of the river. Naruto and Draco looked at each other. Ino was confused as the boys both had huge smirks. Ino started backing away from the two. Naruto and Draco just sprinted to Ino and grabbed her. Naruto held her hands and Draco had her feet. Draco's smirks grew even bigger as he transformed to his larger form and grabbed both Naruto and Ino. "Traitor," Naruto yelled. "Ha! Always watch your back." Draco flew up with the both of them and hovered up above the river for a moment. "See you later," and Draco dropped both of them above the river, and he took off towards the house. Ino held on to Naruto as they fell. Splash! They both hit the water and were soaked completely when they surfaced. Ino held on to Naruto tighter, causing him to sink a little. Ino, could you please let go? I am having trouble staying afloat." "No Naruto, don't make me let go," Ino whined. I don't know how to swim all right," Ino yelled out. Naruto smiled. "Then why didn't you say so?" and Naruto swam over to the shore dragging Ino. "First you need something to swim in, because what you have now will wear you down." "Well, did you bring that sealing scroll that you made me?" Ino asked. "Oh yeah," and Naruto pulled out a scroll from his back. "Hopefully it will still work even though it's wet," Ino said. "Let's see." Naruto did a few hand seals release. Out popped 10 pairs of Ino's clothing. Ino picked a swimsuit out and walked over to some bushes and changed as Naruto resealed the clothes and got his own. Ino emerged wearing a purple bikini that had Naruto drooling. Ino blushed and nudged him in the stomach. "Come on and teach me and stop staring," Ino said as she grabbed his hand and dragged him towards the water. When they got to where the water was about chest high for them, Naruto decided to start his lesson. "Okay, I am not an expert at teaching, so here goes. Basically you kick your feet in a quick motion, and at the same time move your hands in arcs consecutively," Naruto said while demonstrating. Ino tried and sank as soon as she took her feet off the ground. Naruto held in a snicker. "Let me help." Naruto grabbed her around her waist as she tried again. XXXXXXXXXXXX. 3 hours later. XXXXXXXXXXX. Naruto was frantically swimming away from Ino, who was chasing him in the water. Ino caught up to him and grabbed onto his back. "I win again, Naruto," she said sweetly as she kissed him on his cheek. Naruto smiled and imitated Ino. "Oh look, I am Ino. I can't swim, but here I am swimming faster and better than Naruto, but I can't swim." Ino smiled and dunked him underwater and quickly escaped to shore. Naruto whined out, "Cheater, that wasn't fair." "Oh hush and get changed, we are going back, it's almost dark out," Ino yelled back. "Okay." Tsuna's. Everyone was sitting down eating dinner and Tsunami was serving everybody. Naruto and Ino were holding hands talking with Draco while Tsuna and Kakashi discussed his book. Sasuke was brooding as usual. Inari looked around at how they were having fun. "Why do you even try? Gato and his men are going to kill you anyways." Everybody looked at him, and Naruto yelled back. "Well, see about that, he doesn't know who he is messing with. You don't get it, he's too powerful and you are all going to die. You should just return to your village. You don't know what it is like growing up with a hard life, you all probably had it so easy back home." Naruto looked down and Draco and Ino were trying to calm him down because they knew that look. "Come on Naruto, let's go for a walk," Ino pleaded. "How are you going to beat Gato if you are scared of me?" Inari yelled back. Naruto shot up and was about to charge Inari only to be held back by a transformed Draco. "Come on buddy, we are going for a walk," and Draco dragged Naruto out of the house with Ino following. Inari and Tsunami were scared out of their mind because of Draco's true form. Kakashi decided it was time to speak up. "Inari, you really should talk about people and their lives if you have no idea what they went through." "What are you talking about? They were so happy, they weren't sad or anything," Inari said as he began to cry. Naruto grew up without any parents or friends until he was 6. He was treated terribly in the village for something he had no control over. He decides to be happy and not sad. He lives with what he has. Ino and Draco are his best friends, and now that I think of it, I have never seen Naruto cry. He has always been strong because he chooses to be, not weak. Inari stopped crying and walked out of the room. In the forest. Naruto was in a clearing that wasn't a clearing a couple of minutes ago. There was broken down trees all around from sword strikes and punches and Rasengans. Draco and Ino were sitting on the side watching and Draco was in his small form. I hope he's done soon. This is dangerous, Ino said as another tree fell. Yay, he might be done soon. A few minutes later Naruto stopped destroying the area and walked over to Ino and Draco with a smile on his face. As soon as he got close Ino glomped him with a huge hug. Feel better? Ino asked. Yay. Talk about mood swings, Draco said as he ducked under a kunai that stuck in the tree behind him. Naruto was walking back with Ino hand in hand as Draco flew to Naruto's shoulder. I think Zabuza will strike tomorrow. He has had enough time to heal. I would say a day more, but who knows, we should be prepared tomorrow. Next morning at bridge, Tazuna and Team 7 walked to the bridge to find all of the workers injured or dead and Zabuza and Haku standing there with a cloaked figure next to them with 2 swords on his back. We meet again, Kakashi. This time you will die by my hands, Zabuza yelled. Last time I think you said the same thing, but that didn't happen here thanks to Naruto and Draco, Kakashi said as he put his book away. This is the brat that you need help defeating, Zabuza. The cloaked figure exclaimed. Shut it, Raiga. You'd be surprised, Zabuza retorted. So it seems it will take 2 swordsmen of the hidden mist to defeat us. A Junin and 4 genin, Naruto said as he and Draco walked beside Kakashi. I think the battle is going to start now. I shall take the boy and dragon, Haku replied walking towards them. Sasuke walked in front of Naruto and Draco. First you have to get through me. As you wish, Haku said as their fight began. Kakashi charged at Raiga and Zabuza appeared in front of him. You still have a battle with me, as Zabuza and Kakashi started the battle of to the side. I couldn't find the name of Raiga's attack, so I am calling it Lightning Strike. Raiga stepped forward, dropping his cloak and drawing his swords. You brats will be easy, a big gecko and a teenager. You know, I think Zabuza said the same thing before we kicked his ass. Let's see then, Raiga shouted as he charges and appeared right in front of them and swiped through both of them and they turned to smoke. The real Naruto and Draco dropped down from a tree, so he depends on his swords and is probably pretty bad at taijutsu without them, Naruto said. Yep, or else he would have saved them for later. Naruto drew a kunai and Draco flexed his claws, Draco still in his small form. All 3 charged. Naruto made 30 shadow clones and Draco started hand seals. Raiga was busy fending off the clones when Draco finished Earth Dragon. Raiga dodged but was hit in his left leg, badly bruising it. I see you aren't that quick either, Naruto retorted. Raiga growled out in frustration. I will show you why I am a swordsman of the mist, and Raiga charged again. With Sasuke and Haku, I have no wish to kill you, but if you get in my way I will do so, Haku said as she drew her needles. Shut up, and Sasuke flung some kunai at her. Senbon intercepted them in mid-air and they both fell to the ground. Is that it? Haku said in her original voice. Sasuke was furious and began hand seals grand fireball. Haku did few one-handed seals. As the fireball hit, Haku was still standing there in an ice mirror. Is that all you have? You are wasting my time. Haku exited the mirror and charged Sasuke. She engaged him in taijutsu. They were both evenly matched. Haku threw a left hook which Sasuke ducked under and aimed a kick towards her side. Haku saw it coming and back flipped over it. When she landed she dodged Sasuke's fireflower jutsu to be pushed back against the wall of the bridge. Sasuke smirked and drew a demon wind shuriken. Sasuke charged Haku with the open shuriken. Haku did some seals. 1,000 needles of death and the water behind her rose up and flew at Sasuke. He had no choice but to try and block as many as he could. When the attack was done, Sasuke sat there with many needles sticking out of him. Zabuza and Kakashi. Their battle was not going as it did last time. This time they were both staring at each other. Why fight? We should just wait and see who comes out on top. I'll bet on Haku winning. She is stronger than me, Zabuza said as he stood in a normal position with his hands at his sides. Raiga, Naruto, Draco. Raiga smirked. You will see my true power. The power of lightning, Raiga yelled out as lightning struck him. Oh. Yay, this could be a problem, especially since Sensei didn't teach me his technique, Naruto said. Yeah, that would have worked perfectly. PFFT, master of lightning my ass. Sensei is a master. Oh well, let's beat him and then I'll ask Sensei when we get back, Naruto said as he and Draco charged. Raiga raised his swords above his head. Lightning strike. A huge lightning strike came down from the sky. Naruto and Draco jumped back as the lightning hit right where they would have been. There was a large crater. He's got some power there, better be careful. Naruto threw some kunai that stopped Raiga from starting his next attack. Raiga dodged to the side and blocked an incoming Draco. Raiga charged and swung his swords at Draco, who flew out of reach. Draco, stay out of the eye. Too late. Got you, Raiga said as he called down a lightning strike. Draco got hit with the full force and was knocked back down to the ground. Draco was unconscious on the ground. Raiga kicked him into the water. Drakkoo. Naruto yelled out. Ino and Tazuna saw this and were about to go get him but were stopped by Naruto. Protect Tazuna, Ino. Draco will be alright. Kakashi too was stopped by Zabuza. Remember, we are still fighting, and I am your opponent. Zabuza now had his sword out. You are dead too. Just a matter of time, brat. That's it. Time to get serious, Naruto said as he dropped all of his weights. Raiga turned around from kicking Draco and was met with a fist to the face courtesy of Naruto. Damn, he is faster, thought Raiga as he ducked under a kick. He was then forced to dodge a flurry of punches and kicks. Naruto jumped and aimed a kick towards Raiga's face. Raiga spun and grabbed his foot, throwing him over the side of the bridge. You are dead now. Raiga jumped onto the railing. Lightning strike. A huge bolt of lightning gathered and hit the water. All of the fish floated to the surface dead from the lightning. Hey Zabuza, I am done with my opponents. When do I get my share? Raiga called. Zabuza smirked. You better turn around. Kakashi smirked at this. Raiga turned to see Naruto and Draco standing there with their seals released but not wielding their swords yet. We are really pissed. You better watch out, Naruto called as he walked onto Draco's back. Haku now, Zabuza called. Hi. Haku kicked Sasuke across the bridge and ran at Kakashi with Zabuza. Kakashi uncovered his Sharingan. Zabuza swung vertically and Kakashi dodged to the side only to be knocked unconscious by Haku from behind. Let's get those two, Zabuza smirked. Zabuza and Haku ran to join Raiga but Haku was kicked aside by Sasuke. I am not done with you, Sasuke said, panting. You are not worth my time, Haku said, appearing behind Sasuke and was about to strike him only to be punched in the gut by Ino. Haku doubled over in pain. Miss me, Sasuke, Ino said with sarcasm. Haku was tied up by the two of them and drug over to watch the other fight and help if needed. Raiga and Zabuza were now standing opposite of Naruto and Draco. Let us begin, then Zabuza called, smirking. Gladly. Hurricane wins. Raiga and Zabuza both jumped up to avoid the attack. Below them Naruto and Draco were doing hand seals. Lightning Dragon, Draco called. Raiga turned in midair but was still hit in the right shoulder and arm. That's payback, bitch, Draco called as he summoned his sword. Chain lightning. 20 strikes from Naruto's hands came a lightning bolt that hit Zabuza in the chest and quickly jumped to Raiga and back again. This continued until the 20 jumps were done. When Raiga and Zabuza landed, they were both panting from the last attack and their clothes were ripped. They didn't have any time to recover as they both jumped back to dodge vertical strikes from Naruto and Draco. Naruto and Draco each engaged one of the swordsmen. Naruto had Raiga and Draco was fighting Zabuza. Naruto swung vertically and Raiga rolled to the side and threw twin horizontal slashes towards Naruto's chest, but Naruto brought his sword back up and blocked. Naruto jumped up and put his feet on the flat side of his sword and pushed off, forcing them apart. Draco had the advantage in strength but Zabuza had the advantage in skill from years of experience. Draco spun around and threw a large swing that Zabuza was forced to jump back in order to avoid being cleaved in half. Zabuza and Draco both charged each other and their blades met in front with both pushing back. Draco was winning and Zabuza realized this. Zabuza dropped his blade from his hands and rolled to the side, making Draco fall forward because of the strength he was putting into the attack. Zabuza kicked Draco back and he flew into Naruto. Zabuza picked up his sword and walked back next to Raiga. Okay, they are together now, and we can't beat them one-on-one because they hold the advantage in swordsmanship over us. Good idea, we definitely have the advantage in teamwork. Let's go, Naruto said as Draco shot forward first with Naruto following. Raiga raised his swords and Zabuza prepared for a swing. Draco and Naruto both split and were charging their previous opponents. Raiga smirked, too easy, lightning strike. Zabuza met Draco in a stalemate again. Lightning rained from the sky hitting Naruto, but he poofed into smoke. Shadow clone? Raiga asked. The real Naruto swung around from Draco's back and punched Zabuza in the face, knocking him back. Naruto continued through and met Raiga's swords in a stalemate. This time Draco was the one to assist and he dropped down and grabbed Raiga his injured shoulder and threw him towards Zabuza. Damn, brats are pretty good at teamwork, guess we got to do the same, Raiga said as his right arm went limp. Yeah, but you aren't much help, and damn it, where is Haku? Zabuza said in frustration. Looking for her, Ino called, pointing to the unconscious Haku. What, how did you catch Haku? She is faster than you, Zabuza said. Sasuke maybe, but me, I am a whole lot faster, Ino said proudly. You bitch, Zabuza yelled as he charged Ino while releasing killer intent. Ino was scared and could not move. Zabuza laughed and brought his sword up for a vertical slash. Zabuza low, Raiga called out but never finished, courtesy of Draco's tail knocking him to the side. Zabuza continues his slash but it stopped just above Ino's head. You call her a bitch again and I will chop your body up and feed you to the fish, Naruto said, his voice full of venom. Why, what are you going to do? Zabuza said, smirking. Go ahead, Naruto, Draco said as he appeared behind Naruto next to Ino with unconscious Raiga. Fine. Zabuza, you lose. This battle is far from over, Zabuza replied. We will see. Naruto moved his right hand with his word behind his back and did hand seals. The sky above them quickly became dark and full of lightning running through it. Dance of blades. Naruto disappeared into the storm. Zabuza was scared because he could not sense Naruto at all. What, where did he go? Right here, Naruto said as he punched Zabuza in the face with his free hand. Naruto disappeared back into the storm. The sound from the lightning and thunder was too intense for Sasuke and he passed out. Draco and Ino were holding their ears. Zabuza was surrounded by lightning strikes all around him. Less than 10 seconds after the lightning started, Zabuza was on the floor panting, hundreds of slashes on him. Do you surrender, Zabuza? Naruto asked with his sword at Zabuza's throat. Zabuza looked around at his unconscious partners and slumped his shoulders. I surrender. Good, and Naruto knocked him unconscious. Oh, good job, Naruto, now we have everyone unconscious. Great, Ino yelled at him as Naruto and Draco resealed their repression seals and put their weights back on. Don't worry, you take Raiga's swords and Haku's needles and me and Draco will get the rest, just let me talk to Kyuubi, Naruto said. Naruto concentrated and was in front of Kyuubi's cage. Hey Kyuubi, can you refill my chakra? Sure. Got nothing better to do, and red chakra burst forth, energizing Naruto. Draco stayed in his large form and picked up Zabuza and Raiga and started walking back. Ino had gotten the weapons and Naruto created 20 shadow clones to carry Zabuza's sword and Kakashi and Sasuke. Back at Tizuna's, everybody was awake except for Raiga and Zabuza. Haku was still tied up and a shadow clone was seated beside her. Naruto and Draco were eating and Kakashi and Sasuke were talking about something. Ino was helping Tsunami with the dishes. Tizuna was reading something. So Tizuna, how long will it take to finish the bridge? Naruto asked. I would say about another week or two, Tizuna said. What if I gave you as many men as you needed? Maybe a day then. Why are you going to? Tizuna said. Yay. Shadow clones have multiple uses, Naruto smiled. Zabuza woke up at this time. Wah, what am I doing here? Why didn't you kill me? Will you quiet down, we are eating. Well, Zabuza, you are defeated and now our prisoner, Kakashi said, smiling. Well, what are you going to do now? Zabuza said. Well, let's see. We could kill you, or Draco can kill you. Draco dropped his food and looked up really. Zabuza did not like the look on Draco's face. Naruto, Kakashi, Draco, Haku and Zabuza all stopped suddenly and looked to the front door. Let's go, Naruto said as he jumped up and went to the door, followed by Ino, Draco and Zabuza being carried by Kakashi. Sasuke was pissed that he did not know what was going on and quickly followed. When they exited the house they saw Gato and an army of thugs standing around. Ah, Zabuza, you have failed me. It's a good thing I wasn't planning on paying you anyway. You bastard, I would kill you if I wasn't tied you. Zabuza stopped as he felt his hands freed. He looked back to see Naruto with a kunai. We are no longer enemies, correct? Kakashi asked. Correct. I no longer have a reason to kill the old man, and probably couldn't do it, Zabuza said. Here Draco emerged from the house and tossed him his sword. I am guessing you want to kill them. I actually like you, dragon. You aren't that bad either. Well, I got some people to kill, Zabuza said as he stepped forward. He was followed by Naruto and Draco. What, you don't think we are going to just watch? Naruto said sarcastically. 10 seal release and Naruto's hair whitened and Draco transformed to his large form in a cloud of flame. All three drew their swords. Most of the thugs were now scared because the three were extremely terrifying. Anyone who wants to live had better leave now, Naruto called out. Many of the thugs left running, but 50 still remained. You won't be able to touch me, you are outnumbered, Gato yelled as he moved to the middle of the group. Oh well, maybe we can fix that, Naruto said as he made hand seals, chain lightning. All of the thugs were now down for the count and the only one left was Gato. He's all yours, Zabuza. Sounds good, Zabuza said as he charged. He quickly appeared in front of him and sliced him in half through his torso. He returned to the group to see everyone outside the house. Raiga and Haku were both untied and Draco and Naruto had their repression seals on. Thanks guys. Make me transform and not get to do anything. Well, what do you plan on doing now? Kakashi asked. I guess we are going to have to leave, because Hunter Nin will no doubt be close, Zabuza said as he put his sword on his back. Well, you could come back to Konoha. Our Hokage would probably give you a pardon and make you a shinobi of Leaf, Naruto said. And how are you so sure about that, brat? Zabuza said. I know the old man, and besides we could use some good shinobi, Naruto said, smiling because of his friendship with the Hokage. Well, I am in, Haku. Yes, I would like to live in a village, Haku replied. Raiga, no, I think I am going to go back to a little village where a few of my friends live. Okay then, we will leave in 2 days, Kakashi said. So Naruto went with Tazuna to the bridge and finished it in 1 day, and now everyone was at the end of the bridge, even the villagers. We owe you our lives, with all that you have done for us, Tazuna said. Ah, it was nothing, Ino said, smiling. Okay, well, we had best get going, Kakashi said. Wait, we still don't have a name for the bridge, Inari called. How about the Great Naruto Bridge? Tazuna said. No, that wouldn't be fair to Draco. He's my partner, and if you named it after both of us it would be too long, Naruto said. Yeah, makes sense. How about Ino? Draco said with an evil grin. How about the beautiful Ino Bridge? Naruto said. No, I barely did anything here. Name it after someone else, Ino said, embarrassed. But that doesn't change the fact that you are beautiful, Naruto said with a fox grin. Ino blushed and looked down. Then it is settled, Tazuna called this as now the beautiful Ino Bridge. The villagers cheered and called out their goodbyes as Team 7 and Zabuza and Haku left for Konoha. The way home. So brat, how are you and the dragon so strong for Genin? Zabuza asked. They smiled. Well, we had a special sensei and Draco's dad. Draco's dad, they all asked except for Ino and Naruto. Oh yay, you haven't met him, and I bet he could give us a ride, Naruto thought. Yay, then we could get back to Ichiraku faster. Those two, always thinking about ramen, Ino sighed. Ah, Ino, I think about you too, Naruto said, causing Ino to blush. Here goes summoning jutsu. A large puff of smoke appeared that extended above the tree line. Everyone was scared because of the size. A large roar and Ragnarok came forward. Hey son, Naruto, how are you? Hey Ragnarok, could you give us a ride back to Konoha? You called me here for a taxi surface. That and to show off my dad, Draco smiled. That's a different story. Well then everyone hop on. Ragnarok bent down and everyone climbed on his back. Konoha, here we come. Konoha. Everyone was going on with their normal routines. That was until a large gust came forth, blowing everything around. Ragnarok landed and the ground shook. In the Hokage Tower, Sandaime just sighed. Naruto, what have you done now? Thanks for watching.